Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from the Palatial Studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
And a good Thursday morning to you and yours. It is May 27, 2021.
Does anybody mind if I turn on my radio?
No, you can turn your radio on.
It's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
All right, I promise I will not fool Mother Nature.
I'm not awake right now.
Well, I don't know why you're not awake. You should be, because I am fully awake. I am bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Time is 6:07. Mr. Clock, would you please certify that?
It's now 6:07 a.m.
That's right, 6:07 a.m., top of the morning to you and yours, all animals and felines as well, listening in along with the cockroaches in the corner of your baseboard.
Cockroaches.
Yes, cockroaches.
Okay.
Yes, cockroaches in the baseboard. Good morning, Bonnie.
Making me feel all creepy crawly
Yeah,
already.
right?
Yes. Good morning, Bonnie. How are you?
Good morning. I'm excellent.
Just check the donut box, make sure there's no roaches in there.
No, but there's nice sprinkles on the donuts, and
Yeah.
they're colorful.
I've already indulged in 2 and a bottle of Coke this morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got a really good head start on me. I'm just on my first cup of coffee.
That's it.
I'm drinking my Bang energy drink. It's cotton candy today.
Oh, okay. So the show is brought to us by Bang Cotton Candy Energy Drink.
That's it. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but spring has just it's blooming here in South Florida.
It's
Is it?
nice, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can tell romance is in the air because I was walking through the park yesterday.
Oh my God!
And,
Are you serious?
Romance,
You're really gonna go
romance and bromance
Yes,
is in the
that's
air
it.
I've seen.
I was walking through the park and a squirrel tried to mate with my hairpiece. So there
What?
you go.
Wow.
That's it.
there? Hairpiece?
He didn't try to build a nest in there. He tried to mate with it.
No,
Wow.
but
Really mate.
I did see a robin give a lap dance to a squirrel, though. That's what.
Where are you going?
Was it a
this
nice
morning?
red-breasted robin too?
Red-breasted
Oh,
robin?
big and bountiful and beautiful.
Oh, we're just off to a great start this morning.
I've been seeing blue jays and cardinals
I know,
when I'm
it's
running in the
crazy.
morning. The birds have been out
Mhm.
like
Can I just
they
go
know
and
it's
stand in the
spring.
middle of Canner Highway and broadcast? I'll go stand in the median strip and wave to people.
We've already set the tone this morning, Bonnie.
Yeah.
I haven't hit any squirrels lately, though. You know, I don't think
God.
I've ever hit a squirrel
I
on
almost
my
hit
way
a
to work
rabbit
or
this
anything.
morning.
You did?
Yeah. I
Oh,
almost
they're
hit
all in
Peter
my
Pan,
neighborhood,
too.
the rabbits. Yeah.
There's like a dozen of them that like burrow in my yard. I've got like baby bunnies in my yard.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You got to be
burrow in the
careful with
backyard.
that too, especially with the. No, I'm being serious about this, about the mowers and stuff like that, because they, they
Oh,
make their
yeah.
nest under the grass,
Mhm.
and apparently when people go mow, they have.
Was
to be
that what
careful.
that loud screeching
Oh.
sound was yesterday when the landscapers were in my backyard?
Oh.
I heard a loud screeching noise. I didn't know what it was.
Say it's not true. You gotta
No.
you gotta chase the feral cats away too. They like
Yes.
to get the bunnies caught
Yeah.
in their mouth, and they like to bring one home to you once in a while.
Snowy, my dog, doesn't care about the rabbit. She'll walk right by him. She'll just look over and go, "Hey."
Kaya's like that. Kaya's the same way. She don't care.
Really?
Now the other dog that we had to put down a couple of years ago, forget it. He went in the backyard one day and he found the nest where the baby bunnies were,
Yeah.
and he stuck his snout in there and he flipped up and the bunny went flying in the air and
Oh,
the baby bunny and came right back down in his mouth
Oh.
and just take
he
it
was
from there.
chomping. My Dalmatian,
One bite, it was gone.
my Dalmatian dog brought home a bunny in his mouth on Easter Sunday, one Sunday of
Oh.
all days to do it.
And the dog probably went, "Sorry, Easter's canceled."
I know. That's what we were considering.
Wow.
Oh no, he caught the Easter bunny. Oh gosh.
It's not good. It's not healthy for them to eat the baby bunnies because it messes up their intestinal system. I know
Oh,
that-
really?
yeah, Achilles got really sick after he ate the baby bunny, and we had to actually take him to the vet.
Wow.
Yeah, he just got really
wow.
sick.
Yeah, you never know, like if they can, catch something from,
Yeah.
from eating something that's wild. Also, is it okay to give a tiny dog a little piece of your steak? Because that's
Yeah.
what I did when I was visiting.
I don't
the other
know,
night.
but we don't give Kaya table food. They say that It could any kind of table food, because what we eat is different from what the animals eat. If you're a dog expert out there, by the way, and if you want to weigh in on this topic that we're talking about, is it good to give animals table food? We'd love to hear your thought, 220-9788. But as far as that goes, I have the perfect place to go look for that answer on Google. Is it safe to give your dog table food?
Now, my father-in-law,
Mhm.
Phil, would you
Marcel-
do that for me, please?
Well, Marcel will give Snowy a
Yeah.
piece of his steak.
Ah,
Yes, just a little piece.
really?
Yeah.
What is he thinking?
Well, this is a dog too that eats duck feet.
What?
Yeah.
Duck
You-
feet.
Yeah, you
feet.
you get it at the
Yeah.
at pet supermarket or something like that.
Duck feet.
Duck feet. Yeah.
Oh, and
All it is cartilage.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
duck feet. You know what? Speaking of ducks, I've been seeing a lot of people feeding the ducks that are wild, but they're not so wild
Yeah.
around here, particularly the Palm City area. They come around the businesses and they're really kind of tame because they're so cute and they waddle right up to you and people just like feed them. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I've given them bread before.
Yeah.
If-
Is it the Muscovy ducks? Those ones that are really ugly?
A couple of them they look like that.
Yeah.
They've got
Really?
some
Yeah.
really weird markings on them, but some are rather beautiful.
Oh, here we go. From 1978, here's Rick D's Disco Duck. Right here on WFTL's Disco Thursday morning.
Oh, jeez, that's
Tucked
enough. I
Tucked it
can't-
right up.
I
You
just
nailed it.
I
But now if I do give a
except you use
wild
the wrong damn color.
if I do give a wild animal
What did I
something
say?
out of my hands, I make sure that it's not like I make sure it's tame and pure, like no spices on it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't want to give a wild animal something spicy because how do they know they can if we get heartburn from it, who knows what it's doing to their insides, right?
I
All the
guess. Yeah.
spiciness.
I tell you the truth, I don't think a coyote cares. It's like
True.
it chases a roadrunner for crying out loud. So.
This is true. By the way, to answer your question, Phil, you said FTL.
I know. Yeah, I figured after I said it, I went,
Yeah.
oh well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to slap you. for that.
FTL meaning I didn't catch that.
No, WFTL. I said
Oh.
WFTL. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Instead of
He's the wrong-
WSTU.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you used the wrong color.
WFTL. That sounds
That's
like
down in
it's
Pompano.
got Phil in it. Like, what about
That used to be.
WPHIL?
Well, no, when I was a kid, and because I wanted to be in radio, I used to have my own radio station on cassette tape. It was WPDB, which was my initials.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad.
What? WPDB.
That's just so not right.
You never did that?
No,
No.
I never did.
You,
I-
you
I
used
found-
imagination.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually
I
still
have.
have cassette
I
tapes
found
on that.
I found my cassette tapes of my old air checks when I used to work with G at WPOM down in West Palm Beach, AM 1600, and I'm like, whoa, these are way old vintage, way too old. This is like when I used to have Gucci Crew, Two Live Crew,
Oh,
Stevie
yeah.
B. They all used to come in studio with me on the mix show that I used to do at night. In fact, Bonnie, you remember G and I were talking about that last time he was down here. They used to come down this dirt road. It was called Up the Grove Lane.
Oh yeah, they
Yes.
had to. Your station was down this dirt road, like
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere. And now there's a big old Sam's and Walmart there where it used to be. It was just like this little shack, is what it was. It was a radio station in a
Yeah.
shack.
So did like the stars that came to visit the studio
They thought we were shady.
were they chauffeured by limousines
yeah,
coming down
they
the
come in all these.
off beaten path?
Oh yeah, they come in all those kind of vehicles. And when they would come down, they would be like, we ain't going to this radio station. They thought it was like really shady. You know?
We should do that. Maybe next time I come in, bring in our old air checks.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
And just kind of revisit that. In
Well,
a
Bonnie
segment.
has to go up in the attic and dig hers out. They're
one of
up in the
my
attic.
one of my oldest ones is from I think it was WOBT in Rhinelander, Wisconsin,
Mhm.
where I worked the AM signal, and then we had to do some FM assist with reel to reel.
Yeah.
And boy, if you think I have a thick Wisconsin accent now, you should have heard when I first started in radio.
Really?
Oh my goodness. It's like my relatives have a more
Like Brian Bosio?
thick. Yeah, like Bosio has the Boston going on.
Yeah.
I had more of a Fargo thing going
Oh,
on.
did
Oh,
you
wow.
now? Oh, wow.
Yeah. And,
Jeez.
throughout the years, it's kind of simmered down. It's kind of tamed down.
Yeah.
But if you ever go up to like northern Wisconsin and northern Michigan and you sit for maybe an hour or two in a tavern
Mhm.
and listen to
Mhm.
people talk, and you just hear these thick Finnish northern accents all around you. And it's a different atmosphere.
I get that with my family when they all come in. My southern accent comes out big time.
I have a question
Yeah.
for you, Bonnie. What business is open at this hour in northern Wisconsin?
Donut shops?
What's open right
Okay,
now?
so in northern Wisconsin,
What's
it's
open right
only
now?
5:15 a.m.
Right. So what's open this time in northern Wisconsin?
Possibly a grocery store, like maybe like an IGA grocery store. Let's see if they have.
She's looking at it. Here we go.
IGA grocery. I'm
Yeah.
looking.
Any IGA or any kind of grocery store. Of course, a Walmart would be open possibly at this time up there.
Oh, that's right. What? Wow. I've found. Oh yeah. See, these are all closed. I'm looking for IGA, and they all say closed.
So let me look up Walmart in Ironwood, Michigan for
All
you.
right. Yeah. See, if,
That's
if
right in the general area
All
where
right.
I'm from.
maybe we can get somebody with a Wisconsin accent.
Get
See what they sound
the
like.
cheeseheads
Okay.
out and
Walmart.
talk
All
about Gouda.
So I got a phone number. Allow me to write it down for you on the back of this.
That's all right. You can say it out loud. Nobody's gonna,
No.
I think everybody's gonna call. We're just calling a Walmart. We get a dial tone here.
So can you read my left-handed chicken scratch right there?
Left-handed chicken
Yes,
scratch.
I can. Okay, let's see what we get
Wow,
here.
that's loud.
Sorry about that, Phil.
No, it's okay.
All right,
Well,
9.
don't like just call the person to make fun of their accent or
No,
anything.
no,
I'm very
no.
proud of their accent.
No, I'm not
proud
calling
where
them-
I'm from.
I'm just calling. No, I just I
to kind of hear the difference.
yeah, I just want to hear the difference.
Walmart.
Thank you for calling Walmart. Okay, let's see if they answer. Okay, I'll tell them we're on the radio. We're just all I want to do is just compare the accent of people up there to
Yeah.
the way people talk down here. I would never make fun of,
no.
of somebody's accent,
No, but you
especially from
So
Wisconsin.
what would it
where
sound
you're
like,
from.
Bonnie?
with different regions, you can really sound the difference.
Yeah, I don't think they're open. Jeez.
There's a word that I say that Gary usually mocks me right after I say it because it's kind of thick.
They're not
But I
answering.
really can't remember what it is.
I dated a girl named Erica who was she lived in North Illinois, and she had that slight I guess
Oh, yeah.
Wisconsin North Illinois accent.
That
I guess
slightness going on.
yeah.
And then I noticed when you hit Southern Illinois,
Uh-huh.
that's when you start hitting the Southern accents too.
So let me ask you on a serious note, what is because I don't think you have. I think you have a normal accent. I mean, I just think you speak normal. I don't know.
You do?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
detect. I don't detect any accent in your voice.
Even when I watch us back on Facebook and I'm listening to my news feed,
Yeah.
I hear some
Really?
northern Wisconsin still going
See, I
on.
don't know what that sounds like, so I can't tell.
Yeah. Boy, did you ever watch Fargo
No,
with
You never seen Fargo?
no, I've never seen Fargo.
Frances McDormand?
No.
McDormand and the way she spoke in that.
No.
It's kind of like where you talk maybe a little bit slower and your vowels are more pronounced.
Okay.
The pronouncing is more profound.
Okay.
Profound.
Okay.
It's like I'm trying to
Break out your
No,
accent.
because
a
I'm
little
trying.
bit.
I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
Can you talk? Well, no. Hello, that's a dumb question. Of course you can talk. You wouldn't be my co-host if you couldn't talk. Let me try that again. Let's just rewind and start the whole damn show all over. Can you speak in a Wisconsin accent voice? Can you bring it out?
Now, if I try to do it, I don't even know if I can bring it out anymore. Okay, so let's go to the lake today. Hey, do you want to go to the lake today?
See,
do that?
To me, see. I don't detect an accent there though. That's
Yeah.
Well, I think you're kind of forcing it there.
I was forcing it.
Yeah.
all right. So
yeah,
here's
yeah.
a question: when you get angry, does the Wisconsin accent
Ah.
come out? Because that they say that when people tend to get angry, they get their accents like for instance,
Like
I'll give-
Spanish women.
yeah,
do
like
that.
Spanish
Yeah.
Spanish
Yeah.
people. And here's another good one: people from the islands, from Jamaica,
Yeah.
when they don't talk with an accent in real life, and they speak, with no accent at all, but when they get ticked off, the accent comes out like you have no idea.
Yeah. I bet,
Yeah, man.
I bet when I get mad, it's more profound.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Or
it
when you
is.
get around family members, I'm sure too.
Yeah. If
Because that's
you're-
what happens with me. Because when I get around my family members from the South, because I'm broad, it comes out big time. I'll start saying dog
Yeah.
instead of dog, stuff like
Dog?
that. Dog. Yeah,
It makes you
See,
wonder.
that's a South accent.
It makes-
exactly.
I wonder if,
That's
like, I
from-
would go hang out with Mark Hales for a little while if I would start speaking with a British accent.
Wow.
And
Hello.
maybe
Now, see, I'm from
after a
New York.
while.
I'm from New York, but I don't say New York. I just say New York.
Yeah, and that's like, and then you can't really tell what region you are really
Yeah.
from. Nobody could
Well,
ever
you-
detect that.
But I've been down here since I'm 10.
Yeah, exactly. So your accent is you don't really have one because you've
No.
been down here all
But
that
see,
time.
some people
Yeah.
will tell me that I have a New York accent, but I don't talk like a New Yorker.
New Yorker
Oh.
gets in law to give the coffee.
I don't talk like a New Yorker.
Maybe you look the part. Maybe
I
it's
look the part.
because yes.
The hell's a New Yorker supposed to look
He's a
like?
taxi cab driver.
Well, do you wear those everywhere the New York shirts? I love New York.
No.
And telling everyone,
No, definitely not.
or the,
I am so not a tourist. No. Sorry. I love Bonnie. There you go.
I love Bonnie.
That'll be the next shirt I wear. 6:23 news time. It's all brought to you by Florida Blue, your local Blue Cross Blue Shield, helping families take control of their health for more than 75 years. Here's Bonnie at the news desk with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning. Educators across Florida are getting something extra in the new state budget. Governor Ron DeSantis says they should be rewarded for their hard work during the pandemic.
When we sign the budget coming up very shortly, we will have in law an additional increase of $1,000 for bonuses for all principals and for classroom teachers. And so that's a really good thing.
Speaking at a middle school in Baker County, DeSantis said there's no doubt Florida did the right thing in keeping schools open, and he predicts there will be lasting damage in other parts of the country that close schools down. With the summer season just days away, the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office is teaming up to teach local children to swim. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
As the summer season approaches,
She was very scared in the beginning, but as the day went by, they made her feel so confident.
Myra Perez is preparing her 8-year-old daughter for time spent at the beach and in the pool.
You don't go all the time, but when she does go, she's like the only one not swimming. And I kind of felt bad, so I said, it's time for you to learn at least the basics.
The 6-day class is held throughout St. Lucie County, a program that's fully booked for all 3 sessions. It's put on by both the health department
Drowning is the number one cause of death for children.
and the sheriff's office.
The nice thing about the program is the children build confidence. That most of the time they come to us and they have no clue how to swim whatsoever.
All instructors, including Megan Richardson, are deputies.
They're like, "You're a deputy? I can't believe you're a deputy." They're like, "You're too nice." And that's a nice thing about it. We're teaching them a skill and we're able to just engage with them in a completely different way.
In Fort Pierce, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
11-year-old Brady Young thrives on structure. From Cub Scout to Boy Scout, Brady said the principles he's learned have helped shape him, and WPTV's Chris Gilmore has the story.
So if you look right there, you'll see the arrow of light.
11-year-old Brady Young thrives on structure.
Yes, I do have multiple calendars.
From Cub Scout to Boy Scout, Brady says the principles he's learned have helped shape him.
Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. I feel like I'm all of those. I do a pretty good job at that.
But one other rule he lives by is what has his Port St. Lucie community talking.
Treat others as you want to be treated.
Brady took those words to heart at a young age,
These things are very good.
participating in various scout events, school initiatives, and backpack food drives for hungry students. Even his principal at Morningside Elementary, Kathleen Melrose, has taken notice and says she's not really surprised anymore.
So Brady's always got his hands in something for the good of the community or the good of the school.
Some jelly beans, some pretzels, some peanuts.
So in a school-sponsored fundraiser,
Chocolate drip peanuts.
selling various snacks started in March, it came as no shock when Brady encouraged those interested in buying
Trail mixes.
to help out even more
Team 19.
by donating to all the 175 area firefighters in his Port St. Lucie community.
There's just so much going on. And to be reminded how something so small can turn into so many people in such a positive way, that's what we all need to remember.
Thank you for your service to St. Lucie County.
It really brings new meaning to treating others. When we asked him why he wanted to do it, he said,
Made me feel good.
and beyond that,
Well, I mean, I really just wanted people to feel good, you know? Because, like, 2020, 2021 has been hard for most people.
particularly firefighters.
Yes. First bag, first shift.
We tagged along for the first delivery of his bag of treats.
Gummy bears.
Yeah.
The firefighters and EMTs at the station were floored, calling a fifth grader a hero
It's tasty.
when he thought the same of them.
It's definitely hits home a little bit. And a
Yeah.
kid as young as he is doing this already.
But let's be real, it's not about the treats.
It doesn't even matter what the gift is. It's just it's more the thought that matters to me.
One fifth grader showing us all a small but great gift,
Big letter.
gratitude. In Port St. Lucie, Chris Gilmore, WPTV News Channel 5.
And lastly, Florida's coronavirus death is up by 66. According to the Department of Health, there were just over 2,300 new cases. A fan attending Wednesday night's NBA playoff game in Philadelphia dumped popcorn on Washington Wizards star Russell Westbrook as he was exiting the floor after injuring his right ankle, infuriating him and eliciting outrage from fellow players, too. Westbrook had to be held back by multiple Wizards staffers and arena security guards as he limped down the tunnel after rolling his ankle with 10 minutes to play in the 76ers 120-95 Game 2 victory. That fan was ejected by security moments later. News time is 6:29. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
6:29 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Phil is joining us this morning on a Thursday. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
And it's a nice clear ride on this Thursday morning, too. Not finding any accidents to report during these morning hours. There's your latest look at traffic. 70, we have a clear sky in Port St. Lucie in Kilmarnock, Scotland. 63 and cloudy. Here's our forecast from WPTV.
Happy Thursday sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the low to mid 70s under partly cloudy skies, some coastal showers possible for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies, a 10% chance for rain, and winds out of the southeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, highs in the upper 80s, plenty of sunshine with low rain chances. For the weekend, hot and muggy conditions, highs in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies, and some showers and storms possible. Early next week, highs in the mid to upper 80s, a 40% chance for scattered showers and storms.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Harry.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
6:33 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. Phil is joining us this morning. It's time to do some viral videos. So I have, let me see here, 1, 2. Okay, I have 2 videos. One of them pertains to Bonnie. We'll get to that in a moment.
What?
Yeah, one of them pertains to Bonnie.
Wonder what that could be.
Yeah. Well, Gary sent it to me. Anyway.
Must be something animalistic.
It is.
Oh.
Actually, it is. It's very kitty related.
Wow.
A woman in England confronts a stranger who was sleeping on a sofa in her sunroom. Fortunately, he wasn't dangerous and he agreed to leave. He also admitted he was drinking the night before. So let's listen.
So my mum woke me up at 6 and shouting that there was a man in the conservatory, and I went to have a look.
Call it the conservatory.
Yeah.
And there's the guy sleeping.
Excuse me. Do you know you're in someone's house?
No.
Yeah, you're in our house.
Oh, sorry.
Were you drunk last night?
I was a little bit, yeah, and I was just trying to find my house.
Whereabouts do you live?
Up in Hatfield.
Yeah, this isn't Hadfield.
Oh, gosh, whereabouts am I?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Apologies, man.
Wow, the cheeky bugger tried the car door as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, that just didn't
He was
go
kind of
over all
like
that good.
Sleeping Beauty over there.
Yeah, I want the background music for that video, though.
I like it. Like
I
that's
want
from
the
an old.
dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun,
from an
dun,
old TV show.
Yeah, can you do research on that for
Oh,
me?
yeah, I
Phil?
can find that for you. I'll get it.
Is
For
that
you.
the ding, 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 ding,
Yes,
ding,
that's
ding,
it, Bonnie.
ding.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Boy, how do you find that? Like, what would the name of that piece be?
I don't know, but it's now time to play Name That Tune.
Dun, 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 dun. Where is that from? You know, now
I don't know.
you got me. Dun, dun, dun,
So you're going to
dun,
go home and
dun,
sing that to
dun.
Gary now.
Mhm.
And Gary's going to look at you like you're whacked.
Yeah, what? It was like some old show we were watching.
Said I Dream
that
of Jeannie.
we
No,
saw it in.
no.
It's from an old morning show.
And it wasn't Little Rascals or anything
No.
like that either.
No. I like the Little Rascals theme. That
Yes.
music that was in there.
Yeah.
They used to have.
Give me the Three Stooges one. I like that
Oh,
one.
that's another good one. All right.
And Andy Griffith.
Yes.
Yes.
Doom, 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 doom. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
There's a musician who turns his cat's warbling. Do you know what warbling is, Bonnie? You're a cat owner.
Warbling.
Warbling.
Yeah.
Warbling.
It's kind of like a half meow, but it doesn't really come out as a meow. It sounds like kind of maybe a mix between being a cat and a dog.
Okay. Well, this cat
meowing and barking.
This guy recorded his cat warbling, and then he put it to music, and he added a drum beat, some synthesizer, and his own lyrics.
Oh, wow.
Bonnie, this is going to blow you away. Listen. That's a cat warbling.
It sounds like they're stressed out sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is so
You gotta use that for
genius.
You gotta use that for a music bed.
I know. Isn't that genius?
When Big Kitty calls up. I like it.
It's just like so. It's got like this chill groove. Now he's singing,
Harmonizing with the cat.
right?
That's genius.
Is that crazy?
That is cool, Evan.
Right?
Oh, man.
I knew you would like that. Now he's got more harmony in there.
Yes, that's Big Kitty here on Yacht Rock Radio.
Wait, there's more. Wait, listen.
We're making music. It's a matter of fact.
Yeah.
I hate to hear you scream out in fear. But don't you worry, for I am here.
This guy is such a genius. I gotta find this guy. I have to find this guy.
That's awesome.
I
and
think the
have him on
song's
the show.
already a hit.
Oh man, that's great. Yeah,
That was amazing.
Oh, he that was so impressive.
that's awesome.
Does he have a YouTube channel? Wait, let me look here. Let me pot this down a minute. Yes.
He looks like a good friend of mine named Robert, but I don't think that's Robert V, is it?
No.
Okay.
So this guy has a YouTube channel. I wonder if I could send him a message through YouTube. Let me see here. He does this all the time, apparently. He makes music with different sounds of different things. And the guys, how do you send somebody a message on YouTube?
It's you're gonna have to post it through their the comments.
Oh wait, no, I got one better. He's got a Facebook page.
There you go.
All right, I'll message him through Facebook.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Go to.
He really has an ear for doing that.
There he is. Oh look, here, there he is. He's got email. Okay, great. I can email the guy. Okay, I'm gonna send the guy an email.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna send the guy an email. Why not? What do I have to lose?
Yeah.
Right?
He looks kind of like a young hip rocker, doesn't he?
Right?
Yeah.
He's got that rocking looking look
Put this
to
in
him.
here. Radio subject radio interview. VIEW, and then I'll type it out here in a few minutes, but at least I know I've got his email.
But tell him he has to have his kitty cat by his side.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'll do is we'll do a Zoom session with him.
All right.
So we can have him, zoom in so it's like he's really
Bring the
sitting
cat
and
on
speaking.
with him. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you'll have to bring Snowy in that
Yeah.
morning so Snowy can take a look at the cat.
Yeah.
And on Zoom.
So just go. Okay.
That was crazy.
Show those
The
roll
the
eyes.
guy's a genius.
Yeah,
though.
that was good.
He's-
I like the song. I wouldn't mind hearing the song again. You know.
Oh, you want to hear it
What,
again?
let's just milk it. Yeah, here we go.
Oh wait, that's not it. That's
No,
the
you don't
wrong
have to
one.
play it again.
Oh,
but
okay. I
maybe
thought you
he
wanted
could.
to hear it again.
Maybe he could send me.
You should put that as a music bed, like on Stupid News or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I'll
that'd be
have to,
awesome.
I'll have
Yeah.
to do that. I'll definitely have to do that. That was quite a bit interesting. I will say that much.
That was awesome.
The cat. I knew Bonnie would like that one. That's why I included that one.
If
Oh,
I
yeah,
may,
that's sweet.
I would like to nominate that video for the end of the year, one of the end of the year videos.
Oh yeah, that's
okay.
yeah. I'm
All right.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
That's that
I
Are we
impressive.
unanimous on that? Or
I third that one.
all right.
Yeah,
I
I fourth it.
definitely
I fourth it.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good.
That was awesome.
Let me see here. Did you know that 25% of adults request something for their pet at drive-through windows?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Bonnie, are you guilty of that?
I've never done that
You ever
before.
gone to Starbucks and request a coffee for your cat?
I might have done it with the Dalmatians when I was hanging out with the Dalmatians in Orlando.
Dairy Queen actually gives ice cream to your dog.
Really?
Yes.
Do they really
Yep.
now?
No kidding.
Isn't that bad for their insides
No.
too? We were just on that. I mean, are they
It's just
lactose
milk.
intolerant or
No.
anything like
No,
we
because
are?
they actually have ice cream for dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
gosh.
can actually buy it in it's called Frosty Paws.
I wouldn't even think that would be good for their digestive system either.
Yeah, it's
with
called
the-
Frosty Paws and it's peanut butter flavor. And
Yeah.
once a month Snowy gets one.
I've seen those little cookies that they make at PetSmart and the little dessert treats for the dogs. They
Well-
look like brownies
Well,
and
don't
stuff.
forget I brought in from Wolfgang Pucks. Remember I brought the cookie in. It looks like
Yeah,
a real cookie, but it was a
does.
dog treat.
It
and
looks
I ate
like
it on the air.
How did that taste, by the way?
It slightly tastes like a cookie, but then it tasted like a dog biscuit. Yeah.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
taste that dog
Oh,
treat
but
in there.
Speaking of that, for Phil's taste test today.
Uh-oh. No, don't give it away.
Oh, you don't want me to give it away?
No,
All right, I was
don't
going
give
to
it away.
tease it.
Don't give it away. No, don't give it away.
What flavor is it? Can you give a
Well,
little
it's a
tease?
sequel to the One Chip Challenge.
Oh yeah. Oh, is
The same
it
company.
Another hot.
The Pocky.
Is it
Yeah.
going to be a hot one
Oh,
again?
yeah. That's all I'll say about it. Yeah.
Oh, and I didn't bring in any buttermilk.
That's okay.
It's a good thing you got your.
I got my
Bang.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. By the way, this guy has a website too. It's called The Kiffness.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy's like really into it. He's got a website and everything. It's way cool.
Yeah, that was just like really cool what he did right there.
Cat.
With
I mean, the
pretty amazing.
synthesization,
share that to
and
my
all
daughter.
That's now he also did another one with a cat, and it's a cat sneezing, singing to blinding lights by The Weeknd.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Let me find it here. I gotta let the commercial go. They give you the stupid 5-second commercial before.
Oh, I hate when the 2-minute ones come on.
Yeah, all right, so here we go.
Yeah.
That's the cat sneezing. See. What he did was he put the cat on constant.
Yeah.
On a loop, yeah.
that it's on a loop.
Okay.
Is this guy a genius or what? This guy's a genius.
I love what he does with his cats. He must love his kitties.
The poor cat has Tourette's syndrome.
Having a seizure.
I think he's
I know.
just like beating to the music, moving
Yeah.
to the music too.
I've been sneezing long enough.
It's a parody song.
Poor cat.
He should collaborate with the Holderness family.
Yeah.
Of the cat whip up to lunch. Baby.
This guy is so smart.
My nose is cold and itchy. No one around to help me. I can't see clearly when I chew. I'm blinded by my sneeze.
I like
That's
his
amazing.
I like his vibe too. I'm kind of digging his music.
That's amazing. We have a call real quick. Hi, good morning. You're on the air.
Well.
Oh,
Oh my
oh
goodness.
wow. Big Kitty's here. Hi, Big Kitty.
Well.
How are you?
Well.
Have you been listening to the show this morning?
Well.
Oh, okay. You know, we've been talking about the cat.
Well.
The cat making music with this guy.
I think Big Kitty's a fan of the music.
Yeah, I
We're
think
calling.
so. Yeah. Wow. Big Kitty wants to have a debut on the program.
Well.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. We can make that happen.
One kitty could have another kitty's autograph.
Yeah. That's a, you know what? I like that, Bonnie.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Kitty.
That's a great idea. So where's your master at this morning?
Well.
You don't know? All right. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Very good. Well, you need to go on with your bad self and go try to make some music because we have a morning show that we have to do and we don't have time for nonsense this morning. Plus, Bonnie has news to do, which is really super important. So we're going to have to let you go, unfortunately.
Have a good morning, Big
Yes,
Kitty.
have a good morning, Big Kitty. I hate to cut the cat off, but I mean, we got to tend to business. It's 6:46. It's time for news, all brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town on precious metals, it's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Make sure and go visit Hawk Levy for all the best deals around. Here's Bonnie with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Educators across Florida are getting something extra in the new state budget. Governor Ron DeSantis says they should be rewarded for their hard work during the pandemic.
When we sign the budget coming up very shortly, we will have in law an additional increase of $1,000 for bonuses for all principals and for classroom teachers. And so that's a really good thing.
Speaking at a middle school in Baker County, DeSantis said there's no doubt Florida did the right thing in keeping schools open, and he predicts there will be lasting damage in other parts of the country that closed schools down. An Okeechobee woman claims her now missing husband is a bigamist. WPTV's John Shaman explains.
It's non-ending. I just want it to be over.
It's a story that even this public relations professional couldn't write up.
I don't understand why the court can't annul my marriage.
But it's real, and it's hers.
He fooled me. He completely fooled me. He fooled my parents.
Audra Clemens was married in 2015 to Carlos Alberto Abreu Mendez. From Venezuela, he claimed to be a graduate of the University of Miami. Their family doubled in size in 2017 when Audra gave birth to twins, but it wasn't easy.
I had a really hard time getting pregnant, so I had to go through multiple miscarriages and also a lot of fertility treatments.
One of the girls is on the autism spectrum, making things more challenging for this now single mom.
She can say about 25 words now, which is huge.
Clemens claims not long after the girl's birth, she got the first sense of trouble. Abreu was to file their income taxes. Clemens says she never got an expected refund, and when she called the IRS, she discovered no return had been filed. And Abreu didn't have a tax ID number that non-citizens use to file their taxes.
Said he enrolled in classes at the University of Miami, and he never enrolled in one class. They can't find him now.
She filed for divorce in 2019 and then began to hear rumors in the small town of Okeechobee.
And a family member came up and said, I think, you should check this out. That I heard a rumor that your husband is still married to someone.
She pulled up records from the Miami-Dade County Clerk of Court.
There it was. I was married to someone who was married to another woman literally 4 months before he married me. It was just like a kick in the stomach. I mean, it was horrible.
She's been relying on Zoom for court dates and hasn't spoken to her husband or seen him physically in more than a year and a half. He did not appear at the latest court hearing.
I want someone to be big enough to step forward and say, I know where this guy is and I'm turning him in, or him to step forward and turn himself in.
Her next court date is set for late June. John Shainman, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Well, lastly, scientists say a tortoise discovered in 2019 on the Galapagos Islands belongs to a species considered extinct more than 100 years ago. The single female tortoise belongs to the species Chelonoidus fantasticus. According to Ecuador's Ministry of Environment and Water, Yale University geneticists compared genetic samples from the female to the remains of a male and made the connection. A tortoise from this species has not been seen since 1906. The director of the Galapagos National Park says the discovery renews hope of recovery of the species. The match is coming back for a fourth edition, and this one sounds like a classic in the making. Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson, two old guys who shouldn't be as good as they are teaming up to take on Aaron Rodgers and Bryson DeChambeau. FYI, Brady and Mickelson teamed up once before. They lost the second edition of the match to Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning last May. This one is set to go July 6th, and it's going to air on TNT. Should be very entertaining. News time is 6:51. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$6:52 right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, what do you have?
Well, Evan, we have a nice roadway here this morning. We're not finding accidents, of course, in Stewart or the Port St. Lucie area, major highways included. And there's your latest look at traffic. And it's 72 in Stewart. In Fort Collins, Colorado, it's clear and 52. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Thursday, sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the low to mid 70s under partly cloudy skies, some coastal showers possible for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies, a 10% chance for rain, and winds out of the southeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, highs in the upper 80s, plenty of sunshine with low rain chances. For the weekend, hot and muggy conditions, highs in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies, and some showers and storms possible. Early next week, highs in the mid to upper 80s, a 40% chance for scattered showers and storms.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
6:58 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Phil is joining us this morning. Hour number 1 done. And then hour number 2 just around the corner. Coming up, of course, Joe Catrabone is going to be here at 7:30 talking all about things at the Stuart Martin Chamber. And then we're going to have a gentleman, a good friend of mine, Rick is going to be here from Treasure Coast, Play It Now Treasure Coast, talking all about the best teams in the Americas that are going to be here. It's all going to be starting up next Monday at Clover Park, the road to Tokyo, the Olympic qualifying games, the qualifiers. We're going to be speaking about all the action that's going to be happening at Clover Park next week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 2 games each day. And then, of course, the championship game will happen on Saturday night, and we'll see exactly who is going to make it to the Olympics. We're WSTU Stuart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next, and then hour number 2 of the Get Up and Go show. We'll be right back.
live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-88. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Madam Announcer. It's May the 27th, 2021.
I'm making popcorn.
All right, well, put some butter on it for me, okay?
How are you feeling now? What line of work are you in?
Well, if I told you what kind of line of work I'm in, I'd probably get arrested.
May I have your attention, please?
Yes, you may have my attention. You have my full undivided attention right now, as it's 7:07. Would you certify that, Mr. Clock?
It's now 7:07 a.m.
Thank you very much. Bonnie, may I have your attention, please?
You have my full attention.
Thank you.
And
Phil,
you're
may I
here?
have your attention, please?
You absolutely have my attention, and the phone's ringing.
Very good. Oh, the phone's ringing. Okay. Thanks for telling me. I don't see that. I don't see that light blinking, especially my eyes are all swelled up.
He just sees my eyes blinking once
That's
in a
it.
while.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
start
it.
blinking when maybe the phone's ringing for you.
She's batting her. Yeah, that's it. That'll be a signal going
Yeah.
forward. Bat your eyebrows at me or your eyes at me. Good morning. You're on the air. I can almost guess who this is. It's
the wife.
It's got to be the wife.
It is the wife.
See, look at that.
See? Yeah.
I felt the vibe. See, I knew it was you. Good morning. How's our son doing?
He was sleeping when I left. He had kicked the second comforter off of him. I guess he got a little warm.
Okay. All right, so that's a good thing. That means the Tylenol is kicking in. If you're wondering what we're talking about, folks, our son, who is now a official high school graduate, who's 18, got his second Moderna shot yesterday, and he got it at about 10:30 in the morning, and the effects started kicking in around 7 o'clock at night. Got a little bit of chills, some
Well,
fever.
probably about 7:45, 8 o'clock last night is
Yeah.
when.
I always get corrected. It never fails.
That's an
Can't you
incorrect.
just go with it?
That's an entirely correct statement.
Yeah.
And he got a shot at 10.
And you got a shot at 10. See, I told you. See, Bonnie, she just can't go.
Win as husband. You know,
I know.
this.
Gosh.
Is he sweating profusely?
No.
No.
He's not. No, he wasn't sweating. But when I got up this morning, I went to check in because last night I sat up until almost 11 just to see how it would play out because I know how I reacted to my second shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I had told Evan and Gavin both I'd have preferred death over the way I felt.
Wow.
Yeah, it was that bad for
Oh,
Rachel.
really?
Yeah.
Well, here I'm getting my shot today. I'm
Bill's
getting.
getting the J&J.
I'm getting the J&J today.
Yeah. After my second shot, yeah, I would have preferred death over the way I felt. I mean, my temp hit as high as 104.7.
Wow.
Gavin's
Oh,
only
gosh.
at 101 point, whatever.
Now,
it
how
is.
long did the symptoms last, Rachel?
Mine lasted, well, see, mine didn't go, I didn't start feeling the effects of mine until almost 17 hours after I got the shot.
Okay.
And you had a temperature of 104?
104.7 was my highest.
Isn't that getting in the real danger zone
Yep.
when your temperature's up that high?
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
I got mine on a Wednesday night. It was like 7 o'clock. And by noon the next day is when I first started to feel it. I was at work, but I was like really cold. And they're like, Rachel, the AC is fine in here. And I'm like, I am freezing. They're like, put your jacket on. I'm like, I have my jacket on.
Yeah, Gavin's effects started probably, let me see, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 10 hours,
Yeah.
later. It's different on anybody. Usually lasts about 24 hours. By tonight, hopefully, God willing, by tonight, around 7-ish, the fever will break away. We have Tylenol and Advil in the house, so you can alternate Tylenol and Advil every 2 hours, as long as they're different. So every 2 hours, Gavin's going to
Now,
alternate.
Rachel, did you get like sniffles and stuff like that too, or was it just the temperature?
No. Well, I had the body chills. I mean, my whole body was shaking.
Yeah.
But I had the body aches, the cold. I mean, I was in bed at one point. I was under the blanket because I was so cold, but then I get so hot that I just throw my hands and feet out to cool off enough, and then I go back under the blanket.
Wow.
But it was like
She was like a hermit.
The shake.
Like a hermit.
She was like a hermit.
Yeah.
Or
But
a
just the
groundhog.
Now, Evan didn't get any,
And, oh, no, Evan had no side effects.
but he also got the one shot deal. He got a different shot.
Yeah.
He did.
I got mine like 2 months ago. Something like that.
Yeah.
Evan had to wait. Like, it took you
Oh,
a
it
long
took me
to
forever.
get on the
Well,
website.
that's when everybody was.
Everybody was on there at once.
That's
Yeah.
why I waited. That's exactly why I waited.
Now it's like they're plentiful
free and
everywhere.
easy. You can just walk into a place like
Yeah.
a walk-in at
Well-
Walgreens or somewhere. No,
Well, actually, I was planning on getting it a couple weeks ago, but that's when I came down with the bronchitis, and
Wow.
they won't give it to you when you're sick.
Yeah.
So
While you're sick,
yeah.
because that
So I
would
had
be-
to wait till after that, and then now I'm getting it today. So I'll give you a book report tomorrow.
All right, let me know.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah, but this morning, because last night I gave him the Tylenol when he got home at 8-ish, and then at 10 I took a step again, and I gave him the Advil, and then by just before 11, just before I went to bed, he seemed to be feeling. But it was funny because he was hungry, he hadn't eaten, so I told him I'd make him chicken noodle soup. Made him the chicken noodle soup, brought it to me in a bowl. He's like, "Mom, can you take the noodles out?"
What? Take the
So I
noodles
took it,
out.
and he just wanted the broth because he was cold. I was like, the broth would at least warm him up on the inside. So I poured the broth into a coffee cup for him. So I'm sitting in the living room, and he's like, "Mom, can you do this?" I'm like, I walk in, I'm like, "What do you need?" He's like, "Can you hand me my sweater?" I'm like, forward to like, I'm broken.
He was milking it.
Yeah,
That's
he was
milking it.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was milking it. Yeah, he was
So
milking it.
just before I went, his 99, and he was okay. He was on the phone with his girlfriend. So I had taken the second comforter and put it away and all of that. So I went to bed, but I turned my phone on. I was like, "If you get really bad during the night, call." He's like, "Don't you?" I said, "That way I don't have to worry about you." So he made it through the night. So when I got up this morning and I went in to take his temp and he had the fever, I was like, "Okay." I went and grabbed the Tylenol on the wall and walked back in and woke him up. He's like, "I need the other blanket back." I'm like, "Okay, but first take the Tylenol."
Oh, there you go, folks. It affects everybody differently. I've talked to several people, and they have gotten no reaction from the second Moderna shot or the second Pfizer.
Yeah, you can talk to 10 individuals and
you're
get
going to get
different
10 different
reactions
answers.
from different
Honestly,
people.
that's so true. That's a great point.
Just
Bonnie.
depends on your system, I guess.
And it is. Most of the ladies I work with we all had the shots, and all of our second shots had a different reaction. From what we've gathered from everyone in our building, I had the worst reaction to the second shot than anyone else in my building.
With a 104 temperature, it sounds like you really probably had to.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, she was skating pretty
Man.
pretty deadly there. So anyway, we got to run. We got to do birthdays and anniversaries. Gavin can text me if he needs me or something like that. I've got my phone right here in front of me.
And I did open his bedroom door before I left, and I took his temp before I walked out the door. So
Very good.
it had to come down some. So
All right. So everybody listening, they now know our personal lives.
And maybe Kaya can like crawl into bed with him and keep him warm.
Probably will.
And gnaw on his leg.
yeah, but his concern was what he could eat when he got up, and I'm like, "I don't want you having milk
Waffles.
because of the fever."
Yeah.
So Dad's gonna make him scrambled eggs.
Yeah, I'll cook him breakfast
Oh,
this
good.
morning. when I get home.
You're going to be the chef when you get home.
Cook him breakfast. I
Chef
don't mind.
Evan.
I don't mind. I've already had
Chef
one
Evan.
breakfast this morning. Phil brought donuts and soda this
Oh.
morning.
Yes.
Anyway, all right, kiddo, I got to run. I got to do birthdays. I love you all. Talk to you
Hugs
later.
and kisses. Love you.
All right, bye-bye. All right, let's get to birthdays and
Love you.
anniversaries. Yeah, our life is a open book on the radio. Sorry, that's
Well, we just
we're
hope he gets
transparent.
better.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
No, boy.
Bonnie, what do you got for me this morning? Anything?
Oh, no birthdays.
No? Phil, what do you
I
got?
don't.
Friend of mine, Sherry Falk is her name.
Oh,
Happy
okay.
birthday.
Sherry Falk. All right, happy birthday to you,
Is
Sherry.
that FALK
I would
or
hope so.
FAULK?
Yes, she was my work wife at Ritz-Carlton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
wow.
Does she have a
Ooh.
phone number?
I'm sure she does, but I don't have it.
Oh, darn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Lily Rose Depp is 22. That's Johnny Depp's daughter. Johnny Depp's daughter is 22. Chris Colfer is 31. He was Kurt on My Hero on Glee. Ben Feldman is 41. That's Jonah on Superstar. Shanola Hampton is 44. That's Veronica Fisher on Shameless. Andre,
Shameless.
yeah.
Shameless. We started to watch that. Did you ever get into it?
No.
We watched a few episodes. It's okay. I thought it was a little weird, kind of like on the weird side.
I'm going to skip these next couple of names because I have no idea who the heck they are. So it's like no
That's
name
okay.
birthdays.
Neither do we, Evan.
Yeah. More than likely,
Thanks.
we don't either. Yeah.
How about Todd Bridges from Different Strokes?
What you talk about, Willis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 56 years old today.
He played Willis.
Yeah. Adam Carolla is 57.
Oh, very funny guy.
Perry Gilpin, 60 years old today. That's Roz on Frasier. Neil Finn is 63. That's the lead singer of Crowded House.
Oh, cool.
Eric Bischoff, 66 years old today. That's the only man ever to scare Vince McMahon. In the late 90s, he took over World Championship Wrestling, made it more successful than Vince's WWF back in the day.
For a limited time.
For a limited amount of time.
Yes.
And then he joined the WWE roster. Richard Schiff is 66 years old today. That's Dr. Glassman on The Good Doctor and Toby Ziegler on West Wing. Lou Gossett Jr. is 85. That's Fiddler in Roots. Lee Merriweather, 86 years old today, one of the 3 Catwomen to Adam West's Batman.
Yes.
Wow.
Lee Merriweather, didn't she have like the short hairstyle
Yes, she
going
did.
with one of those
Yes.
bow ties or scarves around her
Yep.
neck?
So there were,
Am I
wait a minute,
thinking
there
of-
were 3 Catwomen?
You didn't know this?
No.
You didn't know? Okay. Hold on.
Oh,
Here,
wow.
I'm an educate you. I thought you were Mr. Batman Adam West over there.
Oh, I know one. I know one.
Well, there was Eartha Kitt.
and Halle Berry.
No. We're talking about
Old school.
Adam West Batman.
Old
60s
school.
Batman.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then what was the one you just said?
Lee Merriweather.
Lee Merriweather.
And the
Right.
other one is, why am I drawing a blank? Because she just did the reunion animated movies a couple of years ago with Adam West and Burt Ward.
Wow.
You haven't seen those?
No.
Oh, dude, they're fun. They
Okay.
actually brought Adam West back, Burt Ward, and
Is he still alive?
No, Adam West died
Oh.
about a year. He died right after he did the second animated movie,
Okay.
and it's based on the '60s Batman,
Oh, wow.
and it's really good. And they
Very
even
cool.
got the voices to match up on the bad guys.
Very cool.
Hold on, I'll pull
Now,
it
when
up
I
in a
brought
second.
this up, I'm getting all of these kind of like modern day ones. Lee Merriweather's coming up. So is Eartha Kitt. Find
Eartha
anybody?
Kitt is from back in the
Michelle
day.
Pfeiffer.
No,
maybe?
no, that's from the theatrical movies.
Yeah.
Hold on, I know it and I can't think of it, and I'm bringing it up.
And we
on-
have Anne Hathaway.
Come on, I have a show to do here, Phil. In a year now, we've got to get to news here momentarily. And while you're doing that, I'll
Or was it Julie Newmar?
That's it, Julie
Julie
Newmar.
Newmar is-
That's it.
yeah.
Yes, she's the one that came back to do the 2 reunion animated movies.
leave it to
yeah.
Bonnie to get the right
Thank
answer
you.
for us.
There's
Thank
a
you,
lot
Bonnie.
of people that played Catwoman, though. That's really
There were only
incredible.
3 for that show,
but
though.
for
Yeah.
that particular old school
Yes.
one,
Mhm.
yeah.
For sure. 85 years ago today, in 1936, the Queen Mary made its maiden voyage. 84 years ago today, in 1937, the Golden Gate Bridge opened up in California. 80 years ago today, in 1941, the British sunk the Bismarck. Very interesting. Here's one for you. 44 years ago today, in 1977, Smokey and the Bandit was released, starring Burt Reynolds as the
Yeah.
Bandit and the legendary Norton Jackie Gleason.
And when Burt Reynolds passed away, we had to find Smokey and the Bandit. I had to watch it that very night.
Well, it's coming out on 4K here in a couple of weeks.
And we actually found it for free on, we might have found it on Hulu of all places.
Might have been Netflix. I think was showing a bunch of Burt Reynolds movies right after that too. Yeah,
and for free, I was like, out
Yeah.
of this world.
yeah, I'm a big fan of the. There's 2 versions of the Smokey and the Bandit Part 3.
There is? There?
There's 2 versions. Originally, it was called Smokey is the Bandit.
Oh yeah, okay.
And it tested horribly with the
Yeah.
test audiences, so they went back and redid the entire movie.
Oh, they
and
did
brought Reed back, the singer Reed,
Jerry Reed.
Jerry Reed,
Yeah.
and made him the Bandit.
Eastbound and Down.
Yeah, I love that song.
I do too.
Great song.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed the movie. And we rented a movie. We had to rent a movie last night. Don't you hate it when you have like a million channels or a million different networks that you're paying for? But when you're finding a movie, they make you rent it.
Oh yeah.
So we watched Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio about the gentleman that he was kind of like a shyster all of his life, and he made his way through. He became a pilot. Then he passed the bar exam and became a lawyer.
Yes.
And he started at the age of 16 doing it.
Yep.
And he spent time in like a prison in France and elsewhere. Then he was a prisoner here of the United States.
Yep.
And the FBI pulled him out of prison to work for them because
wow.
he was so smart.
Yes. I've seen parts of that movie. I haven't sat down
Yeah.
and watched. We're watching all the Harry Potters right now.
Oh yeah, those
We're
are
on
good
part
too.
5, I think.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Wow, very interesting. Very, very.
You don't watch
interesting.
Harry Potter?
You
No,
have-
I'm not a Harry Potter geek.
You have the wizardry in your house.
No, I'm serious. There's, everybody's into different things. There's, Harry Potter geeks. There's Star Wars geeks.
Doctor
there's
Who.
Batman geeks. I'm a Batman geek. I'll admit it.
Oh, that was my Batman. Was Adam West?
You're
man.
a Doctor Who geek.
Yep. But
Bonnie, what are you into?
We are mafia movie geeks.
You're mafia movie geeks.
We're all
There's
the
nothing wrong with being that.
Goodfellas and
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a geek.
I know
when
what
it
I'm
comes to
getting
stuff
Evan
like
for his
that.
birthday. I'm going to give him those 2 reunion movies now.
No,
Yeah.
I want the bat. I want a replica of the Batmobile.
Oh, I can get that
The
easily.
original Batmobile.
Could you imagine?
Oh, that's easy.
That would be decadent.
I can get that easily.
Are you talking like a little model car of the Batmobile?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
That would be attainable, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hot Wheels even makes them.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I don't want it that small.
Well,
for
no.
God's
They
sakes.
actually make them about this big. It's about this big.
Yeah.
About as big as my iPad.
Okay.
Yeah. Of the original Adam West Batmobile.
Okay. Well, then that's what I want for my birthday.
Remote controlled.
Remote
with it.
control.
Yeah.
You're going to chase the dog around with
Yes.
it and everything else.
Yes, to the Batmobile. Let's
That
go.
would be fun.
To the news desk. Let's go. It's time for news by Florida Blue, your local Blue Cross Blue Shield, helping families take control of their health for more than 75 years. Let's go to the news desk. Bonnie has the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning to you, and all 4 people who were on board are now confirmed dead after a helicopter crash in Lake County. A Black Hawk helicopter crashed Tuesday afternoon in a marsh near Leesburg International Airport during a firefighter training exercise. With the summer season just days away, the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office is teaming up to teach local children to swim. And here's WPTV's Derek Lowe.
As the summer season approaches,
She was very scared in the beginning, but as the day went by, they made her feel so confident.
Myra Perez is preparing her 8-year-old daughter for time spent at the beach and in the pool.
You don't go all the time, but when she does go, she's like the only one not swimming. And I kind of felt bad, so I said, it's time for you to learn at least the basics.
The 6-day class is held throughout St. Lucie County, a program that's fully booked for all 3 sessions. It's put on by both the health department
Drowning is the #1 cause of death for children.
and the sheriff's office.
The nice thing about the program is the children build confidence. That most of the time they come to us and they have no clue how to swim whatsoever.
All instructors, including Megan Richardson, are deputies.
They're like, "You're a deputy? I can't believe you're a deputy." They're like, "You're too nice." And that's a nice thing about it. We're teaching them a skill, and we're able to just engage with them in a completely different way.
In Fort Pierce, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
Governor Ron DeSantis promises a return to normal next year. DeSantis was in Sarasota and Baker counties yesterday to discuss plans to reopen schools fully next fall and without masks. Illustrator and writer of beloved children's book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, Eric Carle has passed away. His family confirmed his death in a statement. In the light of the moon, holding on to a good star, a painter of rainbows is now traveling across the night sky, the statement read. Well, lastly, there's another sign of the travel industry returning to normal in Florida. The CDC announced yesterday that Royal Caribbean can run passenger cruise service from Port Everglades next month.
3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And liftoff.
That's dozens more of those internet beaming Starlink satellites in low orbit, Earth orbit after yesterday afternoon's launch of that SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. And after the launch, there was more success with the recovery of the Falcon 9 booster on a drone ship in the Atlantic. We take a quick look at sports. And the Stanley Cup champions continue their quest to repeat.
The Tampa Bay Lightning eliminated the Florida Panthers from the Stanley Cup playoffs with a Game 6 win in Tampa on Wednesday night.
Nikita Kucherov, high slide for point, cutting in front, holds, shoots!
Oh, my Lord! What a goal!
Brayden Point!
What a
It's 3-0 Lightning with 5:24 left to go!
That third period goal, as it sounded on Lightning Radio, as Tampa Bay picked up a 4-0 win to eliminate the Panthers in the first ever Sunshine State playoff showdown between Tampa Bay and Florida. I'm Jason Barringer.
Oh, that was most awesome.
I'm awake now. Score!
Great for them. Our news time is 7:26. Weather and traffic together will be next.
Seven 7:27 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, bringing us up the latest highway report. It looks nice right now. We haven't seen any accidents here all morning, and it looks like it is remaining that way, nice and beautiful on our roadways this morning. And there's your latest look at traffic. In Stewart, we are up to 73 right now, and in Ellsworth, Maine, this morning it's 67. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Thursday, sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the low to mid 70s under partly cloudy skies, some coastal showers possible for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies, a 10% chance for rain, and winds out of the southeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, highs in the upper 80s, plenty of sunshine with low rain chances. For the weekend, hot and muggy conditions, highs in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies, and some showers and storms possible. Early next week, highs in the mid to upper 80s, a 40% chance for scattered showers and storms.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
7:31 on the Get Up and Go show. It's that time of the morning to speak with one of our good friends of the radio broadcast, a good personal friend as well. He heads up the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce. Joe Catcherbone is on our line. And again, folks, I can't say enough that if your business is not joined up with the chamber, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what rock you're living under, but you need to get your business involved with the chamber because the amenities are endless. The benefits are endless. The meetups are endless. The networking, the marketing, you name it, they've got it. Business after hours, breakfast, lunches, dinners, small dollars for a lot of return is all I can say, folks. So make sure and speak to Joe or one of his staff people at the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce. Joe is on our line right now. He heads up the whole entire organization there. Joe, good morning, and how are you?
Good morning. How's everyone? And as always, thank you for the intro. You know what? When I listen to you, Evan, it really sort of inspires me to take a look, and maybe we need to raise our dues structure.
Well, it's the value. It's like when you're going to buy a car, you want the best bang for your buck, and you're looking for the best deal that's out there. And in my humble opinion, the chamber is the best bang for the buck.
Thank you. I thoroughly agree with you. And I thank you again. I can't thank you enough for your support and the great things that you have to say about us. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. So first off, I wanted to get some feedback on how the Morning Joe was last week. Tell me about it.
It was good. Everybody had a good time. Everybody enjoys it. We didn't have as many last month as we normally do, and I don't know why, but we're going to be advertising the next one as Halloween in July, I guess it's going to be, or in June, is it? June.
Right, Halloween in June.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get some more folks. One of the things that we want to stress, of course, is that you don't have to get dressed.
No.
To be honest. So that we want to make sure that doesn't deter people and say, "Oh, I'm not going to bother."
Right.
In June, but so we'll stress that that's not mandatory.
No.
That's a bonus.
Well, you get bonus points, but here's the thing: if you don't dress up, then of course Bonnie and I'll just throw you under the bus.
No,
I'm just kidding.
You know what I find impressive. I like to learn about businesses on our Morning Joe Zoom meeting. That businesses that I didn't even know that were in the area.
Yeah, that existed.
And now we know.
Yeah.
And we know about them.
And that is very worthwhile. Many times I don't even know them because they'll come in. They'll meet with one of the staff to sign them up, and if I'm not here or if I'm in a meeting, I don't get to meet them. So a lot of times I'm meeting them for the first time on that Zoom call.
Wow! And then when we see you with them all, Joe, like you've known them for years. That's just
exactly
how personable you are.
Most of them, but there's that occasion that they'll slip through where I haven't met them yet.
Yeah.
There was somebody on there last week last week that was a new member I hadn't met before. So it works. I can't believe that there seems to be an end that the Zoom meetings are falling off. In fact, yesterday we had our local government affairs meeting, and normally we have 25, 28 people on the call, and we only had, I think, 14. And it was a very interesting presentation by Joan Goodrich, who's the CEO of the Business Development Board, and she gave a report on what they're doing and the businesses that they're working with and the potential number of jobs that are in the mill, so to speak, if people would relocate their business here. So it was a very interesting program, yet we only had 13 or 14. So we asked for everyone's opinion on the call. Are you ready to come back for live meetings? And everybody said, yep, we're ready. So June, we're back to a live meeting rather than a Zoom meeting for our local government meeting. Or I think we're going to probably do the same thing with our board meeting in June. Ask our board how many would be willing to start attending in person. Now, some of the businesses, I'll give you an example. I know for a fact, AT&T is not allowing their employees to go to meetings, live meetings.
Oh.
So there's some organizations that are saying to their employees, no, do the Zoom or don't go. So we need to be careful that we don't eliminate somebody from attending a meeting because of their organization or their employer saying don't go. So we need to be careful. It's a thin line we've got to walk. So we're going to be careful, but the trend is that we're going to head back more towards the live meetings. Of course, Morning Joe will always, that's what it is. That's always going to be a Zoom meeting. So
I'm gonna feel like when we meet at my other job for our first meeting, which we haven't done in over a year now, it's gonna feel kind of refreshing. And then I think it kind of depends on what the company does too. Like for ours, usually we eat. We have a potluck. And
I'll be there.
And yeah.
Oh yeah, free food. We're there.
Yeah, we're there.
Definitely.
And it does. It feels more like a picnic, sometime than a meeting. Plus, where I work, they keep it really short. They don't, it's pretty, and you're usually out of there within an hour. So
that's the kind of meetings I like.
Yeah, I like those. That's the way it should be, Bob.
Yeah, just to the point.
One of our past chairmen, who I have not seen since this thing started. Mainly, he's got grandchildren, and they're very careful. And he just did not go out or do anything. And he walked into my office last week, and I was shocked to see him. And I said, "Well, are we bumping fists? Or are we shaking hands?" And he said, "Hell no! We gave you a big old bear hug."
I love it. I think that's great.
But you know what, Joe? What I noticed, I was at an establishment here in Stewart over the weekend. No masks at all. No one had a mask in that whole entire restaurant.
Wow.
And so you're starting to see things get back to normal in the state of Florida, at least. And I do think that's what's been great about this whole thing with our state government is they actually did it right and let the counties and the cities handle it and let the businesses also handle it in their way. And
I think DeSantis and our state legislature has done a wonderful job. I mean, look at us. The schools, the kids are going to be going back to school full in the fall, and I think we're head and shoulders above the rest of the states.
We even had pictures last week of us being at the resort and out at the pool, and you're not wearing masks, everybody having fun. And then some of my relatives, one of my relatives in Wisconsin writes, "Bonnie, I wish we had your governor."
He's not for sale. He's not for sale or for lease.
Well, it seems like Florida and Texas are the only two states that actually have gotten things back to normal again.
Yeah,
because they let
Texas was very aggressive too. Yeah, they did a good job. I was going to say something. And
compared to all the folks that were cooped up in Michigan too.
Speaking of, there are like some of the retail stores still have signs, masks required. So I mean that's certainly up to the individual or the shop owner or the chain, obviously, if they insist on masks, and that's the way it is.
And we can respect that too, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran into Publix the other day and forgot my mask because obviously, and I just wasn't thinking about it. And I got in the store and I only needed to pick up a couple of things and nobody bothered me.
And you know what, Joe?
I was there without a mask.
It's funny you'd say that because I did the very same thing last week. It's like, oh, whoops. I'm in Publix. Oh gosh, I'm not wearing a mask, but I just had to pick up a couple of items too. And then I saw one or two other people too without their masks. So I felt a little better
it's
about
different
it.
Because Publix has relaxed their mask policy.
Oh, they have?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been out for a week or so now. They've relaxed their mask policy, but I'm not sure the rules on it. I think the way the rules are, don't quote me on it. Okay. But I think the way the rules are for Publix is if you've been vaccinated, masks are optional. I think, don't quote me. I'm not sure if you, you'd have to go on the internet and find out what it is.
Yeah, but there goes that fine line. Is like, how in the heck
how do you
are they
determine?
going to know you're vaccinated or not?
Don't forget the governor signed that legislation that does not put one over the other.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
in other words, if you got the vaccination, doesn't mean you have more rights than the one who did not get
Right.
vaccination.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And so one
And
can't. The business
Bonnie
can't do
brings
that.
up a great point. How do you determine who's got the shot
Yeah.
and who doesn't have the shot? What
Yeah,
are
I
you going
mean,
to have
unless
somebody
you ask
checking
for
at the
the,
door?
I guess anybody gets the shot gets an
Yeah.
ID card. So
Yeah.
I have an ID card I carry in my wallet that says I was vaccinated. But
Yeah.
someone could not be vaccinated and say, "Oh yeah, I got my vaccination."
Yeah, they could lie.
But I hope we don't ever get to a point where now we got the ID police going around and check to
exactly.
see if
And
you're
we don't want
vaccinated or
that.
not.
No, we don't want
And
that.
we don't want that either, because that can open up
Absolutely
a whole
not.
nother ball of wax that we
Yeah, I
don't
don't
want.
think that's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
I really don't.
That
think
would
that's
be
gonna-
ridiculous.
Hey, Joe, so tell us about some of the new business that signed up in the last week, if you would, please, before we let you
Sure.
go here.
Aflac, Michelle Mattern is the agent who joined for Aflac, obviously, insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Southeast Conservancy Group. Donovan Essen, who is a retired dentist, he opened this business. And of course, when he retired, he dropped out of the chamber. He was a member of our chamber for years.
Mm-hmm.
He was at his office in Palm City. And he walks in the other day and I said, "Doc, what are you doing here?" He said, I'm not Doc anymore. He said, "I'm a real estate agent. I'm joining the chamber."
Oh.
So it's Southeast Conservancy Group, Donovan Essen. They're in Palm City on Map Road. And then, you know, it amazes me how much, I mean, another Mattress Market. Open, they're on Federal Highway in Jensen Beach. But what amazes me is how many carpet places or mattress places there are, and how many ads on TV there are for mattresses. I mean, it's amazing. Doesn't it amaze you? It seems to me
Yeah.
like,
Well, everybody's getting in the mattress business because, you know, everybody's been cooped up for so long and they've worn their mattresses out. Now they need new mattresses. So let's just get in the mattress business. and-
there it is. I was wondering. why
There
it
you
just
go.
seemed to- a rising of mattress places.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you have
I,
your
So,
answer.
I even know a guy that sold, he sells mattresses. I know a mattress salesman.
Yeah, a good friend of mine who's in the entertainment business
Yeah.
owns a mattress store up in Fort Pierce area.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they sell it. They sell it clearance prices.
Mm.
So we're moving along with our talent and workforce master plan that we're going to be rolling out sometime in June. When I say roll out, we've met with all of the commissioners, all 5 commissioners.
Mhm.
I think we talked about this briefly, and we can talk about it at some later date.
Okay.
But the county is receiving, I think, $32 million in recovery funds, and they offered us the opportunity to apply for a grant from them to act as a concierge, so to speak, for job seekers as well as employers looking for employees. And we all know the situation we're in. Every one of our members needs to hire employees, and I think there's some, the governor turned down the additional unemployment money, so that goes away in June, and then all the unemployment goes away in September. Because the problem we found are people are making more money staying home collecting unemployment than go to work for $12 or $14
Well,
an hour.
that kicker is going to stop on June the 26th.
Right.
Bonnie and I had a conversation about that yesterday. And
Right.
after that $300 kicker stops on June 26th, then you know what? People are going to wind up getting off their duff and they're going to go out and go get a job.
Yeah, well, and I think we're preparing for that, and we really feel like we're going to be, and this is not a bad thing, but I
Right.
think we're inundated with people, especially job seekers at that time. So
Exactly.
we're, as I said, we've done our due diligence. We've met with all 5 commissioners. We have listened to their concerns or their suggestions and added it into our
Mhm.
proposal.
All right.
And so we'll be going before the county commission, I think, on
Excellent.
June 22nd or June 23rd to make that presentation to get a 2-year grant, which will obviously help our employers as well as our job seekers.
All
So
right.
we're excited about that.
Very good, Joe. Give out your information. So if people need to reach you and they want to sign their business up for the chamber, how do they reach Joe?
please call me at 772-287-1088. My extension is 108, but any of our staff can help you, or you can go to our website, www.stuartmartinchamber.org. You can even fill out an application and join online. We don't like you to do that. We like to meet with you and discuss what your expectations are from the chamber and what we can provide for your business. So please call me. I'd be more than happy to speak with you.
That's Joe Catcherbone. He heads up the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce. Joe, always a pleasure to have you on. We will speak to you next Thursday.
My pleasure, guys. Have a happy and a good weekend.
We will, and you do the same as well.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye now. 7:47 right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for news, all brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town on any type of precious metals, it's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Here's Bonnie with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Educators across Florida are getting something extra in the new state budget. Governor Ron DeSantis says they should be rewarded for their hard work during the pandemic.
When we sign the budget coming up very shortly, we will have in law an additional increase of $1,000 for bonuses for all principals and for classroom teachers. And so that's a really good thing.
Speaking at a middle school in Baker County, DeSantis said there's no doubt Florida did the right thing in keeping schools open, and he predicts there will be lasting damage in other parts of the country that close schools down. All 4 people who were on board are now confirmed dead after a helicopter crash in Lake County. A Black Hawk helicopter crashed Tuesday afternoon in a marsh near Leesburg International Airport during a firefighter training exercise. 11-year-old Brady Young thrives on structure. From Cub Scout to Boy Scout, Brady said the principles he's learned have helped shape him. WPTV's Chris Gilmore has the story.
So if you look right there, you'll see the arrow of light.
11-year-old Brady Young thrives on structure.
Yes, I do have multiple calendars.
From Cub Scout to Boy Scout, Brady says the principles he's learned have helped shape him.
Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. I feel like I'm all of those. I do a pretty good job at that.
But one other rule he lives by is what has his Port St. Lucie community talking.
Treat others as you want to be treated.
Brady took those words to heart at a young age,
These things are very good.
participating in various scout events, school initiatives, and backpack food drives for hungry students. Even his principal at Morningside Elementary, Kathleen Melrose, has taken notice and says she's not really surprised anymore.
So Brady's always got his hands in something for the good of the community or the good of the school.
Some jelly beans, some pretzels, some peanuts.
So on a school-sponsored fundraiser,
Chocolate drip peanuts.
selling various snacks started in March, it came as no shock when Brady encouraged those interested in buying
Trail mixes.
to help out even more
19.
by donating to all the 175 area firefighters in his Port St. Lucie community.
There's just so much going on. And to be reminded how something so small can turn into something so big and impact so many people in such a positive way, that's what we all need to remember.
Thank you for your service to St. Lucie County.
It really brings new meaning to treating others. When we asked him why he wanted to do it, he said,
Made me feel good.
and beyond that,
Well, I mean, I really just wanted people to feel good, you know? 2020, 2021 has been hard for most people.
particularly firefighters.
Yes. First shift.
We tagged along for the first delivery of his bag.
Gummy bears.
Yeah.
The firefighters and EMTs at the station were floored, calling a 5th grader a hero
It's tasty.
when he thought the same of them.
It's definitely it definitely hits home a little bit. A kid as young as he is doing this already.
But let's be real, it's not about the treats.
It doesn't even matter what the gift is. It's just it's more the thought that matters to me.
One 5th grader showing us all a small but great gift,
Big letter.
gratitude. In Port St. Lucie, Chris Gilmore, WPTV News Channel 5.
And definitely inspiring. And lastly, Courtney Cox and Matthew Perry are actually related. Unlike their married characters on Friends, researchers at MyHeritage discovered the pair's parents share common ancestors from over 500 years ago, meaning they are cousins. Yankees right-hander Corey Kluber is expected to miss at least 2 months with a right shoulder injury, and first baseman Luke Voigt is also headed to the injured list with a right oblique strain. New York manager Aaron Boone announced the diagnosis Wednesday shortly after the Yankees' scheduled game against Toronto Blue Jays was postponed because of a poor weather forecast, and the game will be made up as part of a doubleheader starting today. News time is 7:52. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:53 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, what do you got?
Well, Evan, St. Lucie County, we see a hit and run. This is on the Turnpike southbound in Fort Pierce, and there's not any roadblock from that hit and run at mile marker 170. Back in here in Martin County, things are looking clear. No accidents to report, and that's your latest look at traffic. And it's 72 right now in Port St. Lucie and in Faro, Portugal this morning. It's partly cloudy and 71. Here's a look at our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Thursday sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the low to mid 70s under partly cloudy skies, some coastal showers possible for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies, a 10% chance for rain, and winds out of the southeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, highs in the upper 80s, plenty of sunshine with low rain chances. For the weekend, hot and muggy conditions, highs in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies, and some showers and storms possible. Early next week, highs in the mid to upper 80s, a 40% chance for scattered showers and storms.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
All right, so coming up at the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be in. Let me turn on Phil's mic back there.
Yeah, that would help.
There we go. So coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, Rick Hatcher is going to be here from, I'm hoping I say this right, Play It Treasure Coast, I think. Is that right, Rick?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, very good. And we're going to be talking about countries like Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua. Oh my gosh, it doesn't end, and it's all going to be happening up at Clover Park. It's the America's Baseball Qualifiers for the road to Tokyo to the Olympics. And our stadium at Clover Park is going to be hosting these games. And I am so excited because I get to actually announce these games. And Bonnie, all I got to say is, would you please buy me this book called Pronunciation for Dummies? Because the names that I'm going to have to learn how to pronounce, if I thought I had it bad during minor league baseball and spring training baseball with some of these names, forget it.
You should lay in bed with that book or the Google and with your little flashlight and kind of study them all night.
And trust me, you won't be getting any help from me and Bonnie because we can barely pronounce our names.
No,
You're right, Phil.
It's gonna be brutal. I was looking over the roster, and some of these names, these guys have got like 4 names.
And I even have a hard time pronouncing Nicaragua. Every time I come across that in a news story or something, but I can only imagine some of the names from some of the countries. They're going to be hard firing out.
Well, stick around because coming up after the news, Rick Hatcher's going to be here. We're going to be talking baseball and what's happening at Clover Park, how you can get tickets and the game schedule and all that other good fun stuff right here at WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. It is May the 27th, 2021.
What day is it?
I just said it's May the 27th, 2021.
I should have stayed in bed.
Well, you shouldn't stay in bed because you're going to want to listen to what's coming up next.
Good morning, everyone. It's a crazy morning over here.
Yeah, it's a crazy morning over here, without a doubt. It's always a crazy morning on this crazy Get Up and Go show, without a doubt. The time now is officially 8:08. Mr. Clock, would you certify that, please?
It's now 8:08 a.m.
Yeah, we're talking baseball, folks, and it's all going to be happening at Clover Park. If you're a baseball fan, then you got to be there, especially if you're Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban, or even Venezuelan. No matter what nationality you are, it's the America's best teams are going to be competing in Port St. Lucie and West Palm Beach for their pass to the Tokyo Olympics. And in studio with us right now is a gentleman that heads up Play Treasure Coast. He is the president of the organization. It's Rick Hatcher. I hope I got all that right, Rick.
You were perfect.
All right, good. So talk to me about this week coming up, it's going to be like International Week at Clover Park, isn't it?
It's an exciting time for everybody here in Port St. Lucie and St. Lucie County to have one of the two sites that's going to be hosting the America's Olympic qualifier for baseball, bringing in the best of the best of international baseball, as well as Team USA that's here. We're having Group A with United States, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, and Group B that's based down in Palm Beach, but they will be playing up here Tuesday night, where you got Cuba, you got Canada, you got Venezuela, and you got Colombia. And so the best of the best in baseball, I think over the Olympics, as long as baseball has been in there, the gold medal has gone to every one of those or someone in those countries. So it's going to be great for the community.
Mike Scioscia heads up I'm a little partial, sorry.
Yeah.
Mike Scioscia is heading up the USA team, and from what I'm looking at the roster here, Rick, it's pretty stacked.
It really is. I mean, and we were out there last night. They played an exhibition game against Canada at Jackie Robinson Training Complex up in Vero, and we were out there and watching some of them, and starting to see some of the players. And you got Todd Frazier that's playing third base.
Former New York Met, by the way.
That is
the Todd father is what he was called.
Yeah. And what I found out was it's any of these players that's in this tournament cannot be part of a 40-man active roster in Major League Baseball.
Okay.
And so, these are guys recently released, players that haven't signed yet. They're free agents. Or got permission from the Major League Club, because you got high-level AAA guys that just aren't on the 40-man yet, but they're going to be there sooner or later. And we were out there yesterday in Fort Pierce watching Dominican Republic play an exhibition game against Venezuela. And for Dominican Republic, you got Jose Batista.
Oh, superstar.
And you got Milky Cabrera. And so first time up, Batista hits one off the wall. I don't know if he just only got second because the bat flip was a little wild or not. I'm not sure.
Wow. I'm recognizing some of the names on the USA team. You got Matt Wieters. You got Matt Kemp. You got Todd Frazier. Eddie Alvarez. Trevor Lane. Simeon Woods. Richardson. Homer Bailey. And the coaching lineup with Mike Scioscia as the manager, unbelievable lineup for the United States team, Rick.
It really is. I mean, you start looking at the best of the available players that can qualify for the tournament. And speaking with Paul Seiler, the president of USA Baseball. We had a long conversation last night in trying to understand the mechanics of what it takes to qualify for the Olympics and to get in. And he is so grateful that we're able to host this in the United States, and even more so here in Florida and on the Treasure Coast in Palm Beach, because otherwise the other option, it was going to go to Cuba. And for the fact that USA can qualify, hopefully, he says nothing's given right now. They thought they had it secured when they played in the qualifier in Mexico last year, but they got beat in the last inning by Mexico. So Mexico's in, USA still trying to qualify.
Now, let me ask you a question, Rick. What is the procedure and how does this all work? I mean, I still don't understand it that much. I know it's qualifying to be able to go to Tokyo to the Olympics, but we have 8 teams playing, correct?
Correct.
Out of these 8 teams, I guess they play a round robin type tournament or however it is, and it all culminates next Saturday night with the championship. There's 2 championship games on Saturday, right?
It's a form of a championship game because you got after the pool play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah, the boat groups, you take the top 2 in each group. That's what comprises of the super rounds Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And Friday is the first game at head-to-head. So you got number 1 seed in Group A will play the number 2 seed in Group B. And the number 1 seed in Group B will play the number 1 seed or number 2 seed in Group A. And then they come back, and then on Saturday, the winning games then move in for the championship of that. And of this tournament, only 1 team moves on to play in Tokyo.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah,
Only
the
one.
second and third place team then have to go the following week to Mexico to try to qualify for the last 6th and final spot. So there's only 6 countries competing in the Olympics.
So only 1 team out of 8 teams will get the right to go to Tokyo to represent.
From this region.
From
yes.
this region.
Yes.
Now, on Saturday, you have 4 teams playing, 2 at 1 o'clock and 2 at
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. How do you determine out of those 4 teams which one goes?
It's good, more of the head-to-head after they the World Baseball Softball Confederation, that's the international governing body that oversees baseball and softball returning back to the Olympics. They have all the formulas that's set in there with this. I don't know if it's head-to-head, runs given up. I'm not real sure of that. But that was key for us because when they announced for the super rounds that we would get the last one, we would get that Saturday of the doubleheader that the Olympic invite will be coming from one of the games being played in Port St. Lucie.
That's an honor to be able to have that at Clover Park, isn't it?
Well, it's an honor, and this is not possible without on my staff. Ryan Strickland has done such a yeoman's work on this. But yeah, you start looking at our partners with Visit St. Lucie,
right,
and St. Lucie County Board of County Commissioners, St. Lucie County Parks, the Mets, everybody. And in talking to Commissioner Chris Zadowski about this when we first learned of this back in December, he says this is the perfect reason of why we renovated Clover Park to do something like this.
I don't think we could have been able to do this if the ballpark had not been renovated, because it's like the ballpark has this beautiful new facelift. And if you have not been out to Clover Park yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's gorgeous, isn't it, Rick?
It really is. I mean, and how it got ready, they pushed to get it ready for spring training. COVID hit, then nothing took place, no minor league season. So they were able to go back and pretty it up a little bit more and finish the final stuff, and then come in to have this year's spring training. But again, those games were reduced.
Right.
We didn't have the Yankees coming over, the Red Sox coming over.
Right.
Played all East Coast teams. But now this is really, in looking at this outside of the Mets, the best opportunity to showcase what we have in St. Lucie County and Port St. Lucie, and then and total the Treasure Coast, because you've got Team USA that's been in for over a week that's training in Vero Beach. You've got Dominican Republic that's been in Port St. Lucie for a week. And so these teams are coming in and get to see something about the area. Their fans are here cheering them on, will be cheering them on. So it's exciting.
Talk to me about ticket sales. How are ticket sales going for the games? What is the strongest selling team, would you say, in your opinion?
Well, it depends on which fan you ask. I mean, for us here at Clover Park, the first game on May 31st, the 1 o'clock game,
right,
could be one of the best ones with Dominican Republic against Puerto Rico.
Wow.
That's 1 o'clock. We've got a cultural activities and event taking place across the street from Clover Park that's free, open to the public.
Okay.
We're hoping it's something like a pep rally type thing to get ready for the 1 o'clock game between the DR and PR. And then if you're looking, Cuba's going to be playing Tuesday night here. That's going to be at Clover Park, and I think they're playing Colombia. And then you move into Wednesday night, and that's going to be USA against Puerto Rico.
Wow, that's going to be a
right
monster
there.
of a game.
And USA plays the 7 o'clock game on Monday night, Memorial Day, against Nicaragua, and so even that's going to be kicked off. We got some former professional players that are going to come out and throw out the first pitch.
I was just about to ask you that. I was just about to ask you. Rumor has it we're going to have some celebrities in the house.
We will. And that's the exciting part about being able to showcase and bring these back. I mean, for Wednesday night, it's news. It's out there. Charles Johnson, Fort Pierce native, and first pick of the Florida Marlins, Miami Marlins.
Right.
All-American, University of Miami and everything. He's going to come back. He's going to throw out that first pitch for Wednesday night against Puerto Rico.
That's cool.
And he played on the 1992 Olympic team that played baseball. And so we're having a function tonight, and he's going to be speaking at it. And just to hear his story, it's amazing to have somebody from this area that's coming back and still giving back to the communities.
Are any of these games sold out already, or can people still get tickets?
Tickets are still available at tickets.com. You can get them there for any of the games. We're operating at about 30% capacity because of COVID.
Yeah.
We think super rounds are going to go up to 50%.
Okay.
Tickets are available. Walk-ups, we expect a large walk-up that's going to be able to do it. We got almost like spring training. We got lower bowl. We got upper bowl. We got general admission. So there's a way for fans that can come in and find out who's playing where and get the tickets.
All right, here's a good question for you, Rick. With the different teams coming in and the different cultures that are going to be at the stadium over the next week, after this week goes by and we get into the rounds to get to Tokyo, are they going to change up the food in the concession stands a little bit? Because, man, let me tell you, I could use me some good arroz con pollo if the Puerto Rican team is coming in. Man, I need me some good chicken and rice.
Or some yuca.
Yes,
maybe,
yuca.
with
Yes.
the Cuban.
I have a question. What about wagering? Is there going to be any betting here at the
No.
stadium?
It's not legal yet. Not legal yet. But, it's, you look at it, and that's what we like to see the fans, the support to come out for the teams. And for so much of us here on the Treasure Coast, if you never had a chance to experience international competition, you see it on TV and you see the flags being flown in the stands and the fans cheering and, everybody's for their favorite player. So that's going to be the exciting part. It's going to make ESPN Plus is going to cover all the games. And so you can get it on that platform. And, we're still holding out hope that ESPN is going to pick up the Saturday championship game.
Oh, Evan, you're going to be on ESPN with your voice.
That's
there you
believe
go.
me, I listen, when the Mets are here for spring training, I get calls from New York and I get text messages all the time. My friends in New York are listening. They go, we just heard your voice in the background announcing so-and-so going up to the plate. So, for me, that's just like nothing new. But here's an idea for you, Rick. We're talking about the ethnic foods. How about food trucks? Food trucks.
Well, that's
There you
what
go.
that's what we're going to have over at the cultural event
nice.
across the street.
Very nice.
You're
That's
going to
gonna
have
be so much fun.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we wanted to put together there if there's a way that the community can still be engaged this Memorial Day. We're going to have a Jumbotron TV out there, so folks that don't want to come to the game but can watch it or cannot get a ticket, and they can watch it over there too. With the Latin community being so strong in this area.
Yeah. Wow, that's just
Marvelous.
I'm excited. Now I'm even more excited
bet
now
you're
because
really pumped up,
when
Evan.
because like when I found out that I was going to have the honor of announcing these games next week, I was pumped up, but now it's getting closer and we're actually talking about it. And we've got Rick here in the studio with us. It's like, man, I just can't wait. But again, I'm going to need an interpreter because some of these names, I was looking at the rosters and I'm like, okay, how do I do this one? And thank God there's no Chinese or Japanese teams because I would not know what to do, right?
And just remember that a lot of the J's are H's,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Correct.
That's how I try to remember.
Yeah.
This is very, very true. This is very true. So how long of preparation, Rick, does it take you guys to get ready for an event like this?
We first learned about this event early December.
Okay.
And we had to do the site visit. They came in, they took a look at us. Of course, in Palm Beach was a partnership with us. And we knew that going in without having great partners down in Palm Beach County Sports Commission and working with George Lindley and his staff. And then putting our efforts, we knew they were looking at Fort Myers. We knew they were looking, essentially spring training sites here in Florida. This event was originally scheduled to be in March of last year in Arizona, but COVID hit, completely wiped everything out. So we're getting shipments of balls and equipment that was scheduled that's coming in from Arizona for this event. So started in December, face-to-face meetings in January, site visits, technical visits, people coming in, checking in the plugs for the TV trucks, everything.
Are there any bobbleheads?
We will
That's
have
a great question,
Or
Bonnie.
Funko Pop deals.
Funko Pops, yeah.
Yeah. But there will be a retail store with all the international jerseys
Nice.
and hats and
Ooh.
everything, and plus the official logo. So it's going to give that feel.
All right, so
And,
I got dibs. I have dibs. I'm going to go right out on record. And since I'm the announcer for all these games, I got dibs on a double XL USA jersey and a USA baseball.
Yeah.
hat.
Oh,
That's all
yeah.
I gotta say.
I got to get one of those.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I got
Oh,
dibs
yeah.
on
I
that.
think we can make that happen.
All right, I got first
Sweet.
dibs on that. Definitely. So got to represent the team.
Yeah.
You
Gotta
know?
represent. That's
Gotta
right,
represent
Evan.
without a doubt. Wow. So, Rick, it's exciting times going to be happening at the stadium. I cannot wait. It's the atmosphere. It's going to be like spring training all over again, 2.0.
It really is. And when you look at the level of players that's going to be in here, and last night when we were up in Vero, funny story here, the umpires were coming on the field and they got a call, to call these, and they thought maybe it was a U team that was playing at Jackie Robinson. They
Right.
said, just come on out for a game. They get out there and says, oh no, these guys are big leaguers. These guys are right here. And it's two guys, and they sent a 2-man crew out instead of a 4-man
Oh,
crew.
no.
And so they were running all over the place because these guys, they're going through spring training for them, getting ready for this. So,
Right.
it's a great thing for our area.
Now, are the umpires going to be major league level umpires? Or where are the umpires from?
I think they're international umpires. I'm not sure. I've not seen that list.
Okay. And you know what else is good about this too? That we're getting this at Clover Park and down in the Palm Beaches, of course, at 15 Ballpark at the Palm Beaches. This is a great boost for the local economy, isn't it, Rick?
It really is. I mean, as you go back and look at it, and the teams have been here, some of them for 2 weeks, some of them for 10 days, but we're looking and counting on the fans that are here. That's going to be out and driving up either from, South Florida, coming in from Orlando. We've had people that are in New York that have asked how they could purchase tickets because they want to fly in, because they know this is a once in a lifetime event.
Yeah.
Because baseball has been out of the Olympics since 2008. It's coming back in. It will not be back in 2024 when it's in Paris, but it will come back in 2028. So, to have it a chance to host something like that's not going to be around and hasn't been around for us to be part of, it's exciting.
It's a very intimate setting at Clover Park too, folks. There's not a bad seat in the house. I can attest to that.
There really isn't.
No, because where I sit,
Yep.
I've got the best seat. Rick,
Yeah,
you've
you
been
do.
you've been in my seat, Rick. You see where I sit. And I literally have the best seat in the house to watch games.
I think, Evan, you pushed me out of your seat because I was
He probably did. Yeah.
So that's my seat. Get out. I said, okay, you got it.
And when he starts breaking your legs, then we got a problem. Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, folks, there's not a bad seat in the house at Clover Park. You want to go to tickets.com is the website you want to go to. Tickets.com. There's still plenty of tickets left for any of the games. The action all gets underway with opening ceremonies happening next Monday. First pitch is at 1:00 p.m. The games are going to be televised on ESPN as well. But you know what? There's nothing like coming out to the ballpark and seeing live baseball, and especially the road to Tokyo. It's all going to be happening at Clover Park starting Monday, 1:00 in the afternoon. There's a game at 1:00, a game at 7:00. The same thing on Tuesday, the same thing on Wednesday, with the finals on Saturday. And then hopefully, Rick, are we going to know after that 7:00 game who the team is that's going to be going to Tokyo, or is it going to be announced later on, down the road a couple of days later?
No, it will be announced at the stadium, and
So-
there will be, official awarding of the invitation.
I
that's
get
gonna
to
come.
announce that. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, baby.
yeah.
I can't wait. I may have to come down on the field to make the official announcement.
Oh, yeah.
If they will let me. It depends on the whole bubble
Oh,
situation.
the bubble, yeah. We just like spring training, we got the bubble.
Yeah, we got the bubble at the stadium, so only certain people are allowed out.
I'll
on
have the
field.
wireless mic standing by,
Yes,
sir.
thank you very much. Rick Hatcher, our very, very special guest. Rick, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Folks, real quick, the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold opening up at $1,894.30 an ounce, and silver opening up at $27.65 an ounce. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
8:32 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. And without further ado, here is the man that's going to take us to outer space right now. Here's Randy Siegel. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you, sir. Well, we mourn the passing of the Ames Center in California prior director. It was announced by Eugene Tu, who is the current director, that Dr. Henry McDonald had passed away. He was the center director from 1996 to 2002. So it's a big loss for the NASA family. Well, in 2009, we had the launch of the Soyuz TMA-15 spacecraft from Russia. It was really a kind of interesting flight because of a lot of firsts that it established. It was the first flight that carried a second generation space traveler. Yet Roman Romanenko was launched into orbit. His father had spent 326 days on the Mir space station. There were only two other people who had father and son teams. There was Alexander, who was the son of Sergei Volkov, and there was Richard Garriott, who flew, and his father, Owen Garriott, flew for the United States. So part of the team that flew. It also was the first flight where Robert Thirsk was the first Canadian to fly on a Soyuz spacecraft. And Frank DeWine from the European Space Agency became the first European to be a commander on the station. Speaking about the station, a lot of work continues to go on, namely with space agriculture. That was the key to what they did in the last couple of days. Mark Vanderhee and Thomas Pasqua joined together to work on the plant water management system, which keeps hydroponics working on board the station, to see about whether they can produce food to eat on board the station, as well as improving water systems back here on Earth. Pasqua then partnered with Megan MacArthur to observe microgravity's effect on an astronaut robots in the pilot experiment. Shane Kimbrough, along with Commander Akihiro Hoshide, worked together in the Tranquility module with the Astro B assistants. Also, cosmonauts Oleg Novitsky and Peter Dubrov are getting ready for their first spacewalks that'll take place on June the 2nd at 1:20 a.m. when they go outside the Russian station for 6.5 hours to do many tasks out there. Yesterday was a big day for SpaceX because they did it once again. SpaceX launched its Falcon 9 rocket carrying 36 new satellites for Starlink. 8 minutes after launch, they landed that first stage back on the drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. And they continue to recover the fairings that are used on the top of the vehicle. That's the nose cone. The nose cone, when it passes Earth and gets ready to place satellites in orbit, separates and usually returns to Earth, and they're not used again. Well, that's not the case with SpaceX. With SpaceX, those fairings are returned to Earth, and they're fished out of the ocean to be used again. What is interesting is that one of the half of the fairings is making its 5th flight, and another one 4 flights. So not bad for Elon Musk and being able to save some money. Speaking about money, we're getting ready to hear tomorrow from NASA Administrator Bill Nelson and Acting Chief Financial Officer Stephen Shin, as they will discuss the Biden-Harris administration's fiscal year 2022 funding for NASA. It appears that they're going to be getting more money than they originally wanted, and now they'll be able to do a little bit more into space if Congress goes along with the budget. Also this afternoon at 1:43 p.m. from the Vozhny Space Center in Russia, 36 new OneWeb satellites will go into orbit using a Soyuz 21B booster. It was delayed several times, but now everything looks like it's a go. We're also preparing for another launch to take place from the Cape next week. That's when, on the 3rd, they will send a new cargo ship to the International Space Station. It'll be NASA's SpaceX CRS-22 commercial cargo mission to the station. So that launch time is scheduled for 1:29 p.m. on Thursday, June 3rd. With a little bit of luck, I even may go up to the Cape and watch that particular launch take place. Peggy Whitson, an ex-NASA astronaut and the American with the most experience in space, will be going back into space with a private carrier. Axon Space had said that she will command the second commercial trip into orbit, and her co-pilot will be race car driver John Schaffner. He's a longtime pilot, and he will also fly with 2 additional crew members. They have not said who those new crew members will be. The flight will take place early next year if everything holds and the schedule is not changed. But as we've already learned, a lot of times these schedules do change, and it's also interesting to note that a lot more science is planned on these trips. The United Arab Emirates Mars mission is ready to begin studying the planet after successfully completing its practice exercises in orbit, and they found out that all of the instruments are working properly. The HOPE probe reached Mars orbit in February after a journey of 204 days. Now the Emirates is ready to start getting returns on the red planet. And what happens to a spacecraft when it's no longer used? Russia built a space shuttle called Buran, and that particular space flight was only once around the Earth without a crew, and it landed back on a runway automatically. Such a large vehicle was thought to be great for Russia. However, they decided that the cost of doing it was way too high, so they have kept it in a hangar. And now the biggest problem is people have broken into that hangar and spray painted graffiti all over this vehicle. Why it's not in a museum is beyond me. Tomorrow we're going to tell you about a private astronaut that's going to go into space, actually an actress, and she won't be allowed to smoke. So until tomorrow, have a great day, everybody.
Thank you very much. It's Randy Siegel with the Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday at this time. Time to head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli, where all I can say is, wow.
Cookie as big as your head.
That's it.
All of that sweetness and that ooey gooiness when it comes right out of the oven too, because it's deli fresh at Ellie's Deli.
Yeah.
And they're going to be serving up the Santa Fe chicken jumbo wrap, and these wraps are jumbo incredible. A tortilla of your choice is filled with roasted chicken, some sauteed peppers and onions, shredded green cabbage in this too, tomato and cheddar cheese sauce served with a side item. And they can serve it with a delicious fresh hot bowl of soup today. And for homemade dessert, try a slice of key lime pie or maybe some Oreo pie. The kids will love the Oreo pie, by the way. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open. Plus, they're at 50% dining inside with full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout. Plus, they're fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado and Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
It is 8:42. It's news time. All brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin for the best deals in town on precious metals. It's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Here's Bonnie with the headlines.
With the summer season just days away, the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office is teaming up to teach local children to swim, and WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
As the summer season approaches,
she was very scared in the beginning, but as the day went by, they made her feel so confident.
Myra Perez is preparing her 8-year-old daughter for time spent at the beach and in the pool.
You don't go all the time, but when she does go, she's like the only one not swimming. And I kind of felt bad, so I said, it's time for you to learn at least the basics.
The 6-day class is held throughout St. Lucie County, a program that's fully booked for all 3 sessions. It's put on by both the health department.
Drowning is the #1 cause of death for children.
And the sheriff's office.
The nice thing about the program is the children build confidence. That most of the time they come to us and they have no clue how to swim whatsoever.
All instructors, including Megan Richardson, are deputies.
They're like, "You're a deputy? I can't believe you're a deputy." They're like, "You're too nice." And that's a nice thing about it. We're teaching them a skill, and we're able to just engage with them in a completely different way.
In Fort Pierce, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
All 4 people who were on board are now confirmed dead after that helicopter crash in Lake County. A Black Hawk helicopter crashed Tuesday afternoon in a marsh near Leesburg International Airport during a firefighter training exercise. Dozens more internet beaming Starlink satellites are in low Earth orbit after yesterday afternoon's launch of a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station.
3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And liftoff.
And after the launch, there was more success with the recovery of the Falcon 9 booster on a drone ship in the Atlantic. Governor Ron DeSantis promises a return to normal next school year. DeSantis was in Sarasota and Baker counties yesterday to discuss plans to reopen schools fully next fall and without masks. Lastly, scientists say a tortoise discovered in 2019 at the Galapagos Islands belongs to a species considered extinct more than 100 years ago. The single female tortoise belongs to the species Chenolitis fantasticus, according to Ecuador's Ministry of Environment and Water. Yale University geneticists compared genetic samples from the female to the remains of a male and made the connection. A tortoise from the species has not been seen since 1906. The director of the Galapagos National Park says the discovery renews hope of recovery of the species. Down 13 points. The New York Knicks needed a change in the second half beyond starting Derrick Rose. They needed the Julius Randle they saw in the regular season. Rose scored 26 points. Randle shook off a miserable first half to lead a third quarter turnaround, and the Knicks beat the Atlanta Hawks 101-92 on Wednesday night in Game 2 to tie the series. News time 8:45. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
On the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie, it's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
Well, on the Turnpike southbound in Fort Pierce, there is a hit-and-run crash, and this is southbound at mile marker 170. Not any roadblock in that area from the hit-and-run. And in Martin County, taking a look, we're not finding any accidents, no tie-ups on our roadways here. There's your latest look at traffic. In Stewart, it's 75. It's 51 this morning in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Thursday sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the low to mid 70s under partly cloudy skies, some coastal showers possible for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies, a 10% chance for rain, and winds out of the southeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, highs in the upper 80s, plenty of sunshine with low rain chances. For the weekend, hot and muggy conditions, highs in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies, and some showers and storms possible. Early next week, highs in the mid to upper 80s, a 40% chance for scattered showers and storms.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
And now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all felines far and near. Notice I said felines.
Felines.
Bonnie. Yeah, got to get the felines in there.
You can't forget our furry friends.
That's right. It's time for the top 10 list, brought to you by I have no idea.
Well, hopefully this will be better than Bentley's from earlier this week.
Yeah.
This can be brought to us by Friskies. The cats run to it.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I like that. Okay.
From the home office of Yeehaw Junction, Florida, and it's perfect because the
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hey-o. It's
right.
perfect because we're going to be starting the barbecuing this weekend, and it's going to go through
Can't
through
wait.
the summer.
All right.
So it's top 10 things you do not want to hear at a barbecue.
All right.
Top 10 things you do not want to hear at a barbecue.
Okay.
Number 10, we're out of charcoal, so light up a tire.
Okay, that's a good one.
Number 9, who wants to lick the grill?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll take the leftover.
Number 8, that ain't lemonade.
Oh. It's Mike's Hard Lemonade. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Number 7, if the smoke from the grill bothers you, just crack open the window.
Mm,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, think about that one.
Number 6, 10 minutes till lockdown. Number 5, why is my hot dog wearing nail polish?
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
My Lord.
All right.
Well, these are top 10 things you don't want to hear at a barbecue.
All right, go ahead.
Ow.
Number 4, Heimlich.
All right.
Number 3, hello 911. It's me again.
All right.
Number 2, hey, look, Evan's here.
That's just mean.
Thanks. Yeah, where's about my ARB subscription?
And number 1, please, Mom, put your top back on. And there's your top 10 list.
Can I add one to that? Is Johnny dipping his finger into a roasted marshmallow on the ground, or is that bird
It's now
doo-doo?
time for Phil's Taste Test, brought to you by Fredo's Food Truck. Let's see what Phil will be tasting this week.
All right, Bonnie, what were you saying there? Sorry.
She made a doo-doo joke.
Is Johnny dipping his fingers into a roasted marshmallow, or is that bird doo-doo?
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's just not right.
You don't want to hear that at the barbecue either.
No. All right, Phil, what do we got today?
All right, you remember the one chip challenge by Packy
Yeah.
that we did here?
Yeah.
Well, Packy has haunted ghost pepper potato chips, or what do you call it? Tortilla chips.
Oh, okay.
So,
All
and
right.
I bought a bag of these.
All right.
So let's.
Rip it open. Rip the bag open.
Does he dare do it?
These are ghost pepper.
They're ghost pepper?
Mm-hmm. This is like the second hottest pepper that you can get.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
They look
All right.
like some good Doritos from here, but
Bonnie
really,
said she was going to try one.
because
Bonnie, are you going to really do one?
I love a Dorito. But,
Okay, take one. Reach in.
Here, just drop one in my
Drop
hand.
one in.
I'm not a believer of putting hands into
All right,
the
there we
bag.
go. There. All right. Very good.
Okay.
That's all right.
But
You're good.
All
We're
right,
all
ready?
family here.
Here
All
we
right.
go.
On the count of
Packy,
3.
hot.
No, you have
haunted
to
ghost pepper.
you have to crunch
Evan,
it right
do you
on the
wanna
air.
try to?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I have to stay alive to run Denny Artachi's show. Okay, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
go
here we
ahead.
go.
All right, go ahead. Nothing like the sound of crunching.
Just like chicken, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Bonnie.
Mm. Oh,
Bonnie's eyes just rolled in the back of her head.
Oh.
this could be like really dangerous.
Really?
Um,
Hold on, I need another one.
but look at
You're
Phil
going
go.
for another one? Look at
How
Phil.
does he do it?
Wow, 2. Bonnie. Now, while he's chewing, tell me how it is, Bonnie.
I feel the fire in the back of my larynx,
Okay.
and you can really
Okay.
feel the fire heat.
Okay.
Oh man.
Wow. Are we gonna go for 3? Come on, Phil.
Without Coke.
Be a
too.
man. Without Coke.
Be a man. Oh,
Be a man.
you want to try one then, Mr.
No,
Manley over
no,
there? All
be a
right,
man.
then.
Come on. Yeah. That's straight to kill.
And
One
it's
more.
turning me into Mother of Dragon.
Want another
All
one?
right.
Have another one, Bonnie.
No, this is
Bonnie's
this is
good.
good.
Bonnie's a one and done girl. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, look at Phil. He's going
Oh.
for number 3. Oh, wow.
Wow, Phil, how
Wow.
do you notice his cheeks? Yeah.
Denny Artachi is behind us
Yeah.
observing all this, and he's
He's spectating.
yeah.
He
cheeks-
also placed wagers, by the way.
You are turning red.
You are. The cheeks are definitely turning a different shade.
Wow.
Oh,
Almost like your
man.
Coke can.
Yeah.
6.
Right?
Wait, that's what finger is that?
You're number 1. All right, go ahead and take your swig. Take your.
Oh man.
Isn't it
That's
harder taking a
brutal.
swig of Coke
No, for-
afterwards?
Wait a minute. Before you take
that
a
For me,
swig,
Coke works. So
before
Yeah.
you take a swig,
yeah.
one more chip.
Oh, why not?
All right, go ahead.
Evan, I don't know.
Oh, he's doing it.
We need.
He's gonna
we
do
might
it.
need paramedics.
I'll call Brian Basio. Oh, look at that one. That's like the
Phil,
death
You
chip.
want to try it, Denny?
Phil, I don't want you to do it.
No. He's got a show to do. I got to protect him. I got to protect Denny Artachi.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Phil,
Phil.
I'm nervous now.
Oh. Does anybody have Rolaids or Tums or anything? This poor guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be spitting fire later. Oh, man.
Are you okay?
You all right?
I'm fine. Oh man.
Wow.
After all that, I'll just do this little chip.
That little one. Wow.
But I
Bonnie's
had
just
to.
like-
I had to let the fire heat go away
Yeah.
for a little while.
Was it really intense, Bonnie?
Phil, like one.
I
right
haven't
after-
drinking a
it's
soda
intense.
yet.
It's
All right, go ahead,
intense.
Phil.
Here we
You
go.
can have some. Go ahead, Phil. Oh, jeez, you had to do that. Why don't you take a bite of that donut too while you're at it?
Mhm.
Add a little more fuel to the
Oh
fire.
no, that bathroom will be in danger if I did that. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You know what?
All
I
right.
think like how can they
All right.
ruin a perfect Dorito with all of this haunted ghost pepper?
Oh
like
man.
if they're ruining
Well, so read
perfect
the
Doritos.
ingredients. Read the
Ah,
ingredients on that thing.
Man.
And I do like a good Dorito once in a while.
Wow.
Ingredients is ground corn,
All right.
canola. Okay, that
All
I
right.
took it in. Oil, salt, ghost pepper,
Okay.
potato.
Strychnine.
Potato starch, cayenne pepper,
Cayenne pepper. That's the one. That's the
chipotle
killer right
pepper
there.
powder,
Oh, jeez.
cane sugar.
Wow.
Oh man.
You know how these could taste okay if we had something like really sweet to dip them into, like a marshmallow dip.
Oh, to kind of morph the mash
Yeah.
the thing.
Like
Yeah.
I think the ooey gooey marshmallow sweetness on
Yeah.
these chips would taste.
We haven't
that'd
had
be
a
good
Phil's taste test in a
contrast.
long time.
Well, I
so this
haven't
was
been
a
here
good
in
one.
3 weeks, so yeah.
All right.
Man, dang.
But
Now, if you do that, you could do the one chip challenge.
No, one chip challenge is the Carolina Reaper pepper,
Oh, okay.
which is like 2 steps above this one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All
and
right.
yeah.
there'd be
All
no
right.
way I'd be in that competition.
Wow.
And
All
I could
right.
even compete with Phil today.
Well, Phil,
He
on
had
that note,
5 chips to my 1.
thanks a lot for coming in.
No problem.
I didn't mean to torture you at the end. The paramedics are going to be waiting outside for you. Anyway, that's a wrap for us, folks, for the Thursday edition. Remember, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside.
Yeah, and Phil gets some Maalox. And someone get Maalox for Phil.
Pepto-Bismol.
And then
Tums,
again, I could
Folate.
be wrong. They call me
Because
Phil.
They call him Phil.
That's it.
That's a wrap for us, folks. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next, and then we'll be back in about 21 hours. Stick around. The Denny Artachi Show is coming up next. Today with Denny. Don't go anywhere.